I'm so mad right now. You know how I don't have stream tomorrow? You know how I don't have stream tomorrow? Well, there was a reason for that. It's because I had a reservation for somewhere. I've had this reservation for like... Hold on. When did I make this reservation? Hold on. Cryptomance. I've had this reservation since January 12th. And because it's supposed to like crazy snow tomorrow, they're closed. They closed. They canceled our reservation for tomorrow specifically. I'm a loser! Stupid snow! Stupid snow! Ah, I was so excited too. I wanted to go. And now I have to rebook. And we have to take another day off of stream so I can go. Ah! Can't touch grass in the snow. It's true. Wait, let me make it so it's... There we go, live chat. Live chat. It's so messed up. I bet you, Dornians, I bet you anything it's not even gonna snow that hard. I bet you anything. I bet it's not even gonna collect. If it does, I might be a little bit more understanding. But if it doesn't, oh, you better believe, Dornians, I'm gonna be complaining about it on Sunday. Bet your bottoms, Dornians, if it does not collect at all tomorrow, I am going to be so peeved. So peeved. Look, guys, I can't cut. Mainly because if I tell you, and then I have a day off, you guys, I know where I'm going. That's me. As we've learned from Security B. Dorney cybersecurity streams, don't let anybody know your information. Don't let anybody know where you're going anytime. I'll tell you afterwards, of course. But for now, it's still a secret. It's still a secret. I was gonna take videos. And I was initially thinking like, oh, should I stream instead? Should I just have a serious stream? But I think what I'm gonna do is not stream and instead use tomorrow to like build up a not a backlog, a front log? A front log of stuff, so then I can like have more time to do other things. And I have a whole day off. It's kind of crazy. And maybe if it does snow, if it's cool enough not to snow, I mean I can drink hot chocolate too. Front loading. There we go. That sounds like the better word. And also, not to mention, I didn't even realize this, but we have next Wednesday off. So I think, we're just gonna have a super long Shogo stream. Because every time we play it, I'm like, oh, I got the end. Oh, I got the end. Now I don't. We're gonna have super uber long Shogo stream. Yippee ki kayo. It's the best. It's the best. We won't have the end. Maybe we can finish. I actually don't know where we are. I did look up mission lists. Just to see how many there were. And there's quite a few, but I don't know where we are in relation to like all of the title names of the thing. Chinese New Year. That is indeed next week. That is indeed next week. One of my coworkers, I think the coworker that I'm actually afraid of, I think he's finally caught on and I'm afraid of him. So now he just laughs whenever I do stuff. He's like, for someone who lives in Japan, he's got like such a, I don't know, domineering and scary vibe to him. And like, he's very blunt. He's very blunt. He doesn't hold back his words. A lot of times our supervisor would be like, you just said a crazy thing right there. Because he says things that you should not say. Not like, oh, we gotta go to HR for this. Just like, whoa, buddy, in a like, you shouldn't be saying that about the client. Like, it's not to them, but he just like says it. He just says like outright stuff like, the client's doing this wrong. You can't believe they're so stupid. So like, he's that kind of person. And so it kind of scares me. Like one time we were having a meeting and they were like, oh, like I was one of the only people in the office. Everybody else that was in the meeting was on webcam. And they were like, oh, can you go get him really quickly? Because he was in the office as well. And they were like, oh, can you go grab him really quickly so he can like give some input? Maybe, or like invite him in case he has input, basically. And so I was like, okay. And I went up there and was like, hey, we're having, because it was an unofficial meeting. I was like, we're having an unofficial meeting. We thought that maybe if you wanted to join in, if you had anything to say. And he's like, if you don't need me, I don't want to join. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll go back. I just went away. So like that was the one time I tried to talk to him by myself. Yeah, it's true, but basically that's what it comes down to. He says a lot of things to where like you're like, damn, that's true, but you shouldn't say that. But then like the other day, the way that like our building is kind of laid out, once you exit the kitchen, like to exit the kitchen, that same entryway is like right in front of the dude's bathroom. So like if someone's trying to go to the dude's bathroom and you're trying to exit the kitchen area, then like you will bump heads essentially. So I came out of the kitchen initially, and then I remembered that I wanted to get something else, so I turned around, then I went in, and then I heard someone coming, and so I was initially going to like quickly get out of there, and then I was like, oh wait, that person might be trying to go to the bathroom. I should just wait here for a second. But then I hear, so I just kind of like stay for a while, but then I hear that their footsteps have also stopped. So I'm like, what's going on? I slowly peek my head out from the corner. And he's just standing there. And I'm like, oh! And I just quickly like shuffle away and he just starts like bursting out laughing. And then today, I got into the elevator first before him. Usually like he goes first, he takes this one area of the elevator and then I take the other area of the elevator. I went in first. I forgot to press the button to go down, so he goes to press it, I go to press it, I accidentally stab my nail into him. And I'm like, oh, come back, Nay! He just starts bursting out laughing. He's like, no, it's fine. I don't think I actually heard it, but I was like, ah! Ah! So yeah, I think he's starting to view me as like a lost puppy, which I'll accept. I'll take that. I'll take lost puppy. I'm totally okay with that. As me, I'm just a tiny sad hamster, like all the time. how do people just act in front of other people? I don't understand. It's like some magical power or something. It's like I hate talking in group chats, which is awful because half the time we discuss things in group chats. I'm like, I don't know. Does anybody else spend like an extra minute looking at their message before they send it? Which and then group chats. By the time you're done looking over your message, the chat has already moved on. The chat has already moved on. When I'm in the Dornia server, it's kind of like a group chat. Have you ever noticed that I don't really like participate in the fast moving chat? The back and forths. I snipe in on things that Dornians have posted. I post a response and I just move out. It's a drive-by! I love texting because I can look at what I'm saying before. Yeah. I only care about my friends group chat if they ping me. Otherwise, I ain't reading all that. I just want to make sure, especially in professional capacities. Like, I want to make sure that what I'm saying isn't just garbly. Sometimes I'm okay if it's garbly. If we're like we have a far more informal group chat in our work Discord. That one I don't care as much. But like when we have a line group where we actually share stuff and like discuss clients' requests and questions and all of that, and I'm like, oh. I just thought you were too cool and busy to talk with us little people. Sugimi doesn't want to talk to us lonely people. Yeah, that's definitely it. That's totally it. It's not that I'm just bad at conversations. Definitely not that. No. I'm just too good for you guys. I'm still mad about my reservation. I thought I remembered it. I remembered it! Maybe I'll go get food or something. If I order in, maybe I'll go out and get food. Yeah, I'll show that snow. I'll show that snow! But dealing with my meds side effects in my brain is so slow. So slow. Wait. Brain go fast? No. Brain no go fast. Brain never go fast. No. Defo. William Defo. That's his name, William Defo. Oh yeah. That's it. What happened yesterday? I think I stayed up yesterday. Or something. Nintendo! That's right, the Nintendo thing. I don't think I saw anything new that like made me go, wowee! I better buy a Switch too! I don't think there was anything. Yeah, I don't think so. His evil clone, William the Friend. Wait, which one's evil then? Honestly, didn't even know. Because they dropped it like 12 hours or something. Or like 24 hours before it actually happened. I feel like they're trying to minimize the difference. Or the time between when they announce it and when it goes live. Probably because the longer there is, the more time people have to try and like contact all of their contacts, and people can try and hack into where they've got information. JP Direct had Shohei Ohtani? Is it Urinriu collection. Oh yeah, that was one thing that at least got me excited, is that they announced like the arcade stuff. That was pretty cool. Shohei Ohtani on Switch too? Buy it immediately. Imagine if he just got like his own version. Like he got his own special. They probably got a controller. It seems like they're doing pro controllers as their thing now instead of full special edition console. Only thing I saw is people post Todd Howard. Yeah. They're like, this is our last thing that we're announcing. And then Todd Howard shows up and I was like, oh, I could probably zone out. Sorry, Todd Howard. You're for my friends, not me. Gato Xanadu. I've never heard of Xanadu. I feel like I'm a fake fan. I'm a fake Japan fan. You're never gonna allow me for permanent residency. I don't even know what Kyoto Xanadu is. Nihon Falcon. Neil, I can't speak. I'm out of it. I'm done for. Bro is everywhere. He is. Like, how did he get there? Where did he come from? But I guess they really are trying to push, like, they're really trying to push that the Switch 2 is a hefty device that can take on the very difficult, what is it, visually appealing games? Isn't it Tokyo Xanadu? Is it a new one? Are we getting Kyoto Xanadu? Did we have Tokyo and now we're getting Kyoto? Can we get Osaka? There you go. Now it's time for you to get excited. Actually, wait, the one thing that I got really excited about, but then I was instantly let down. They showed on screen a short-haired blonde girl, and I was like, Parasite Eve? Oh, it was just Resident Evil. Like, no! No! That's not what I want! That's not what I want. I want Parasite Eve remake. Imagine if they announced that. Imagine if they announced that for Switch. Today, Kyoto. Tomorrow? Who knows? Hopefully, Osaka. Osaka's pretty baller. I like me some Osaka. Although, when it comes to okonomiyaki, I am a Hiroshima okonomiyaki. A full game of characters saying the opposite of what they really think. Like Kyoto Xanadu? Resident Evil? Which game is full of people that I think are really oh wait, no, there was one other thing that I got excited about. I forgot for the thing. Yeah, Kyoto people? Do they say opposite of what? Is that the stereotype? But Paranormal Site got a second game. That's actually pretty cool. I think the first one, Paranormal Site, the 7 Mysteries of Honjo or something like that. I think it's like $5 on Switch right now. I might pick that up. I might be picking that up. That's a pretty poggers game. I would like to play it one day. I have seen some stuff about it, but I would like to. It's pretty cool looking. Yeah, right. I'm glad because it's such a like departure from what they really do or what they regularly do. Square usually does. So like, yes, right? It's Square, right? Wait, no, wait, no, maybe not Square. It's some companies where you're like, wait, huh? They made that? I'm kind of glad that it did well enough to where they can like do it again. And maybe they can just keep doing it. Double-faced people talking in code to tell you they hate your guys. But Masaka! Masaka! It's paranormal site. There we go. Who made this game? Square Enix! Okay, I was right. It is Square. That's right. It's like, you're like, wait, what? Square Enix made paranormal site. It's like nothing like they normally do, but it's pretty cool and it's well done as well from what I've seen. I think one day, I might pick that up. Hopefully it's still on sale when I go to look at it. Hopefully, Dornians! So, without further ado, it's game time! It's game time! And I think they did a really smart thing for Paranormal Site, and that they didn't name it 1 and 2. I saw people that were like, oh my god, I'm so excited, Paranormal Site's getting another game. And someone was like, Paranormal Site has a first game? So people are totally gonna be able to, they're probably gonna pick up this new one, because it doesn't look like there's any reoccurring characters. This is gonna be the new Final Fantasy Guardians. This is Square Enix. Quote me in 15 years when we've got Paranormal Site, some other thing, some new subtitle. We're gonna have bajillions of Paranormal Sites. They learned from Final Fantasy. Don't number, just subtitle. Not the Demonbane. I do where? What you do about nothing? What I know about nothing? There it is. Go back. Also, I'm just noticing. Ah! Hey, on there. Want to move it down? Move down. Move down. Wait. Ah! No, lad, go away. Oh yeah, but we got the sick background now. Flashbang. I have to give you guys alert. Could be. It's nighttime for some of you. It's early morning for others of you. We gotta stay alert. What would I do during this if you fell asleep? What would I do? But also, it's good morning. Gee. Good morning, Lily. Good morning, Muhawi. Good morning, Wonder. Good morning, friend. I guess I'm going to You guys look silly with all your numbers. Alright, good morning, Gabriel. That's not who I was thinking of, but... Good morning, friends. Hi. How are you? Not delete. Look. Oh. Right, we were fighting face to face. Police was being attacked. Hi. The underground area was being attacked, and so we we're fighting back. We're fighting back against the kid. And then... Right? And then he called upon his mecha. Plotting with... Wait, piloting without Al. Yeah, this is the second time he's doing it now. So now we have even less attacks. All we can do is, like, Common Rider kick. Blast from the Atlantis strikes. From the Atlantis strike annihilates the building next to Beelzebub. And then, the next, and the next. Tossed into the air by the energy backlash. I fired the auxiliary thrusters to straighten us out. We smashed into the ground, a fair distance away from Beelzebub. Thanks to my series of insane maneuvers, I feel like my guts have been run through a blender. Oh, that doesn't sound very lovely. Forcing down the urge to vomit, I managed to remain conscious by force of will alone. Darling, what are you doing, Robo? Furious, you son of a... I'm on the verge of losing it. I'm losing it! That's me. Oh my god, he's just like me. I can easily imagine his grin. The grin on Tiberius' face. And it makes my head feel like I'll explode with anger. So Tiberius enters the back home. How run are you? Oh, I am a zombie after all. Anyway, now you get it. Okay, so he's in his onesie still. That's the only reason why his bot is the best is because his bot is wearing a onesie. All the other bots look like regular bots, and then his for some reason has clothes. It's got a little onesie. It's so cute. A giant cross has been attached to Beelzebub's head, like some portable Golgotha. And tied to the cross is a... Oh, that's right! Wait, I think we got rid... I think we finished fighting the small child. And then this guy showed up. Either we finished fighting the small child or this guy showed up to help us, to help against us. And he's got duty. Right, Surata. Tied to the cross is a girl I know. This is no, but I don't think we need to take a picture of this. I'm fine without showing this. Hello, Rudy. You scum! Is she okay? I'm sure she'll be fine. Defeat me if you can. But I'll be taking little Miss Rudy with me. She's crucified just like her savior. Thanks, CG fan! Hey, I never called myself a CG fan. I take pictures of things I like. Shoot. Princess has fallen into their hands. No wonder I couldn't access the Hiranpira. The Hiranipra system. Are the butler and the maids alright? What about the others? Anxiety explodes in my chest. Calm down. I have to save the princess first. But how? How dare... Well, I've never claimed to be a Code Geass fan. I'm one of those people that always forgets that it's considered mecha. Not as much now that we've played Super Robot Wars, and there's both of the ones that I've played have Code Geass, but I always forgot. I always forgot before that. Oh, can't do anything. I guess you're pretty helpless. I love playing with idiots like you. No, Belzebub suddenly rushes forward and grabs Demonbane by the face. Dang it! Bad trip wine. That happens to the best of us. For the Fujoshis! Yes, absolutely. They got them lanky boys, you know? Not the bad wine! It's just, it's like vinegar at this point. Powerful shock runs through Demonbane as miasma pours into it from Belzebub's hand. Several hundred magic circuits, including main ones, are contaminated, instantly going out of control and freezing altogether. Probably Californian. I leave California out of this! Azoth feedback pulse rages inside the cockpit. You're such a good job at yelling. I don't need to help you. Come, let me hear the sweet music of your screams. Please me more and more till I can't take it anymore. Shoot, princess! How did her socks that way now that I look at them? Footsteps echoed down the long, long passage into darkness. The disciples turned to face the sound, and every last one of them instantly freezes, rendered motionless by shock, awe, and terror. That's a little girl! The girl walks calmly through the ranks of petrified disciples. Even in this hive of demons, this place of sinners, she shows no fear. She walks the light steps, even humming as she approaches the throne room in the dark recesses of the temple. The girl's name is Nero. She is the demon known as the Tyrant, whose exceeding weight of evil and utter inhumanity, surpassing all others in this haven of demons and sinners, caused her to be sealed in the deepest dungeon. As she reaches the final gate, this is the gate from Full Metal Alchemist? The guards standing to either side raise their guns. Ah! There's a sound of balloons bursting, and then the men collapse like lifeless dolls. Their corpses soon evaporate into black mist, consumed by the miasma filling the temple. Without a second glance at the melting bodies, the girl stands before the gate. A magic circle flashes on its surface, and it opens slowly with much creaking. This is a temple throne room. It is vast and circular, like the Colosseum of ancient Rome. And from the throne at its center, all points can be seen. The throne is surrounded on its dais by the 7 seats of the Antichrist. Of these, 4 are empty. A 5th, narrow seat, has been sealed out of fear. Well, before the remaining 2 seats stand Augustus and Vespasianus. They watch, unblinking, as Nero approaches from the main gate. I did not expect you to come of your own volition, Nero. I suppose you timed your arrival to the absence of the other Anticross. Nero responds by tilting her head in confusion. She sounds surprised by the suggestion. But I just took care of Claudius. He was awfully weak, you know. She smiles faintly. If the girl Enya had ever shown this smile to Kudo, it would no doubt have turned his guts to ice. But then he'd have a smoothie instead of just blended mush that he's got right now. I guess Oh no, I guess you can still make... It's still a smoothie even if it's not like cold, right? It's just not very yummy. There is a Roman in here with all these names. Except for Kudo. Take Kudo's name out. It is a horribly inhuman smile filled with unspeakable capitalized evil! It's still somehow gentle. It is reminiscent of Master Edion. If that's all you're capable of, I won't be afraid no matter how many of you there are. You're much too confident, Augustus. No? I swear, I'm clicking twice and like nothing happens. Nero laughs, but there's no light in her eyes. There is only a coldly burning darkness. Augustus breaks out into a cold sweat. Vespasianus is no different. Also, almost high on terror, he is poised for everything. Augustus speaks into the tension-filled air. Yes. I have a question for you regarding that. Why is it that you resist us so? Huh? Hold on a minute. Where do you get off asking me after locking me in that place? It was the Grand Master who imprisoned you, and I slew him. There is no reason why we should not be able to come to terms. Nero's eyes narrow, and her soft smile becomes a smirk of undisguised contempt. You think I'm some ignorant fool? So rude. The sea priestess, you need me to be your sacrifice, don't you? Without my power and nameless one as the core unit, you can't control Cthulhu. I know everything you're planning. Augustus responds with a cruel grin. There is no longer any fear in his expression. Dauntless. Even before the most powerful Antichrist. He too is a true demon. Then I'm afraid we have no choice. Will you submit quietly, young lady? Vespasianus moves first. His mantle flaps wildly despite the absence of wind. Rutilius! An enormous face appears on Vespasianus' belly. Emerging from his... Oh, that's right, you can make clones of yourself. Emerging from his suit itself, its gaping jaws are a window onto purgatory, and fire erupts from its mouth as it roars. I guess that's not this. Flames wash over Netto in the blink of an eye, the roaring inferno licking hungrily at her skin. However, you really are overconfident. You're insane if you think you can control the demon god at your level. I think you need a little education. Power surges from Netto's body. Raging flames are instantly blasted away, as though they never. Fusing with her messy hair, the girl glares balefully at Vespasianus. Ah, you scorched my hair a little! Vespasianus raps his cane against the floor. Rapidly. The marble underneath Netto begins to warp and bulge. Yeah. Netto loses her balance and lands bottom first on the growing marble, which soon becomes a gigantic hand that tries to crush her. She's so unserious about this! The giant's hand encloses Nero and begins to squeeze. However, not bad for a magician's trick. The fist cracks and shatters. Before they can even hit the floor, the fragments of marble disintegrate into sand. Nero lands on the floor with sand raining on her head. He breathes some in and starts coughing violently. I have to think ahead before breaking spells. Oh. A spear of lightning streaks towards her face. But just before it reaches her, the light is deflected in a completely different direction. Augustus curses. Several dozen slabs of gold are floating around him, each glowing with arcane symbols. Every slab suddenly lights up at once, and a spear of light forms between each pair.
Luminous!
Luminous! When released, the spears bounce wildly through the maze, formed by the plates of gold, drawing a network of radiant beams. In a few seconds, these beams ricochet out of the group and make a beeline for Netto. How simple! She looks so cool when she's like this. Look at her! She is going to bust some balls! Netto raises her right hand. Just then. Ooh? Golden slabs surrounding Augustus suddenly vanish, only to reappear around Netto. Beams of light enter the cage. Once again, the beam bounces between the panes, trapping Netto in a shining prison. The light comes upon her from all directions. Not much better than a street performer. Should I click again? Click! Nope. Again? Click! And I was using lasers to keep her distracted. She's like, I mean, she do got them cat ears. Them fake cat ears. Netto mutters with disappointment, then takes a deep, deep breath. When her lungs are filled to bursting, she exhales it all at once. Cool screensavers just bouncing back and forth. However, it is not air that she expels. Darkness pours from Netto's mouth. Utterly devoid of light, it forms an impenetrable veil around her. Nandato! Augustus's attack is absorbed into the darkness where no light can exist. Squidding! I think that's it. That has to be it. Soon nothing remains, and the darkness vanishes with the sound of snapping fingers. The Narrow stands unharmed and unimpressed. Yeah. Or she's bored. Yawning. She even yawns cutely. She's such a little gremlin. Despite the absurdity of the scene, Augustus and the Spasnius' hearts are trembling with fear. He's being beat up by a little girl. I see. Of course, this level of sorcery is useless, meaningless. Nothing less. Nothing less from Tyrant Netto. What a monster you are. She's a gremlin. Get it right. This little gremlin! Oh my gosh, look at her. You finally understand the difference in our strength. Narrow stretches luxuriously, continuing with light warm-up exercises as she speaks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, Netto will be putting the Kulu to good use. We're playing with Kudo. That toy could be better. What toy can be better than this illusionary heart mother? Okay, I'll let you go. So turn tail and run already. I'm afraid that's not an option. Even when faced with the overwhelming disparity in power, they do not retreat. Thinking this odd, Netto stops her aerobics and stares at them. Her playfulness is gone, replaced with pure murderous intent. The force of her malice chills the air and drives cracks into the walls and floor. You must still not get it. Well, whatever. I'm just killing you works too. Yeah, kill him! Pressure of her will would crush the life out of any powerless person, but the two Anticross handle it with ease. Netto frowns, annoyed by their confidence. You still have something up your sleeve. You never learn.
Not really.
However, Netto, aren't you forgetting something?
We are inside the body of the great
邪神
Cthulhu.
クトゥルーの体内なのだよ
Nanodayo! Huh? And? The chamber suddenly explodes with the god's presence. The entire room quakes, and the air is instantly filled with putrefaction. Countless tentacles glisten with filth bursting from the ceiling, walls, and floor, all reaching for Netto? Oh, I guess they already wanted to sacrifice her. This is... The slimy tentacles seize Netto, wrapping around her limbs, neck, and waist. She begins to form a spell to blast them away. However... her power drains out of her, sucked through the tentacles that bind her. Irresistible and gluttonous, the tentacles mercilessly drink every last drop of her energy. I know, it's sometimes exactly what... Yeah. The only ones that I have been surprised by so far is, like, our guns have gods that are attached to them. And those had special scenes for them, and I didn't realize. Those are the only ones where I'm like, oh, that was okay. She no longer has the willpower to lift a single finger. Netto's consciousness fades rapidly, and she sinks into Cthulhu's slimy embrace. Ew! Just before her vision fades, Netto sees it. There's a girl standing before the throne. In the center of the forest of tentacles. Sashkin! Thank you for the sub. Thank you. When did she appear? She is staring blankly at Netto with her mismatched eyes. Right? Text. Save your sister. Sleep well, Netto. You will likely never awaken again. Not if I had anything to say about it. Your mind shall be joined with the gods to forever wander through dreams beyond death. With Netto lying powerless at his feet, Augustus closes his eyes and sighs. However, her power is far greater than I imagined. I see. No wonder she couldn't resist Black Lodge on her own. Well, is she not splendid? Is she not magnificent? That's cold. The snow is coming. I can feel it. Where it is. It's so cold. I have to get my jacket. This is the tyrant. This is Netto. This is number 09 of the Moonchild Project. My final and greatest masterpiece. It's like I'm watching the final season of Stranger Things now. Oh my god, it's 11! This is 11 of the Moonchild Project! Are the fruits of my research not excellent beyond measure? I would prefer if you would keep a tighter rein on your pets. Your moon children are much too difficult to control. How unforgiving indeed. This argument puts me at a disadvantage. Why is aristocratic villain 53746 gloating? He has literally done nothing all of this route. Wait, which one? This guy? He was able to resurrect a god. I think that's pretty... I mean, he got destroyed, but he resurrected a god, and that's what he needed. He got the mismatched eye girl here. He was able to... I mean, I guess... Well, it did technically happen in this route, because it's part of the history. He was able to create Tyrant. He's done quite a lot. Well, no matter. Now we have the Sea Priestess, the central unit, and the red text. We will finally be able to control the god's power. And this guy, at least for now, it's not going to be in the end. But as of right now, he successfully led a coup against the main bad guy. Augustus roars and trembles with joy. Vespasianus nods repeatedly with satisfaction. gosh, she's such a good singer. Encore! As ever, the girl who is the Riley, her name's Riley text stands motionless, staring at some distant dream that only she can see. Words flow unceasingly from her lips, a song or a prayer. Augustus smiles down upon everything is prepared. Riley text. Your beloved God will finally achieve true awakening! Yeah. Ayaya! Ayaya! The Louis text does not respond. It only continues to say. The room shakes. The unearthly words of her supplication and the sound of Augustus's laughter. Everyone is in high spirits, perhaps because of the divine aura filling the air. Riley is what I've never heard before. It's supposed to be unpronounceable. There's no right, wrong way. It's definitely Riley then. I'm gonna turn her into a 90s American girl. Her name is Riley. Lalaya soon! That's her. Tiny change, therefore, goes unnoticed. Nero lies powerless on the cold marble floor. But her mouth is twisted in a contemptuous smile. She's plotting something, Dornians! She's plotting something! Slashing blades of light. Actually, wait, before we do this, it's cool! Maybe I'll turn up the heater too. Oh. Personally, I think the yeah. Gurgly goopy. Japan does not accept unpronounceable things. Everything must be pronounceable. Hi back. Oh my god. I finally said my real name. I hoto no namae. Right. Ahem. Slashing blades of light. Wow, I'm so much more than that. Ah! Fist surging with power. And will pronounce it. And will pronounce it wrong. Yeah, that's true. They need to pronounce it, but it doesn't need to be pronounced correctly. Even if there is no correct pronunciation, they will still they don't need it to be pronounced correctly. Riley, you can't cause uncountable deaths and bring forth unknowable horrors to the world. Weeknight! No, actually, it's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. It actually is Friday. You know where it also is Friday? It's Friday in California! Shoot! Okay. Crisscross light and dark. Crisscrossing white and black. Angels have taken their death match. The angels have taken their death match above ground. The angels are fighting! The angels are fighting! They spiral higher and higher into the sky as they battle. The power builds to the limit, then explodes, blasting them apart, landing on the roofs of opposite buildings. They face off anew. Sandalphon presses his hand against his left eye. My wounds ache. Whenever I confront you, the ache becomes unbearable. It hurts. It hurts me so. How sweet the throbbing of my hatred is. Metatron's beam blasts through the building Sandalphon is standing on, causing it to collapse. Sandalphon immediately leaps into the air. Metatron follows suit. Black wings spread. White wings spread. Pulsing with darkness, the black fist shake the air. The black fist shake the air. Surging with light, the white sword rends the air. The warriors collide with tremendous force, sending each other crashing to the ground. Ha! Sandalphon's side has been cut open, blood drips from the sliced armor. Metatron has been struck in the chest. She gasps for breath, her armor cracked and dented. They stand at the same time. Sandalphon raises his fist. Metatron readies her blades. Stillness. Even though they are merely facing each other, their wounds are steadily draining their stamina. However, neither can find an opening that would allow for an immediate attack. Despite his impatience, Sandalphon addresses his enemy with a laugh. I'm enjoying this, Metatron! I am not as unenthusiastic as ever. I am not so vulgar as to feel joy in battle. Is that something my killer should be saying? His laughter stops, and the force of his bloodlust thickens. I like that. Bloodlust thickening. Although faced with his murderous will, Metatron shows no fear. There's never any fear. There's only bitterness and pain. I'm never afraid! I only have bitterness and pain! Her next words come with effort. What about you? You killed everyone! Their words come with flood of emotions that had been suppressed until now. Emotions as powerful as, yet different than her malice. This is rage and grief and nostalgia and rejection and hate and, yes, even love. If these feelings can become a weapon that hurts her as much as it does her enemy, then how are they different from malice? He's serious now. Yet even such sorrowful malice vanishes before Sandalphon's next words. Do you have the right to grieve for them? A sudden emptiness assaults Metatron. There is no response. Unlike him, she cannot abandon everything, give herself to blind hatred. If you will not pretend to justice. If you will not pretend to justice, Metatron, then do not pretend to sadness. If you will not pretend to justice, Metatron, then do not pretend to sadness either. I will say it again. You are much cooler being than that. For she who bears the name of an angel, her sins are a constant torment. Yet even so, hearing explosions in the distance, she thinks about Daijiji Kudo still fighting in Demonbane. Everything, or even having lost his other half, he still continues to fight. Kinda weird, but it still goes hard. Yeah, right? Like the message. Like, I wonder if that was intentional. It feels like it was intentional, like it wasn't a typo. But initially I read it as like, we're just, we became child. Hugging myself. She thinks about the people she loves. There are people she wants to protect, people she must protect. Protecting them is to be her atonement. then she cannot lay down her sword. Even if, in her battle for atonement, she must commit new sins. Even if she is fated to remain a sinner for all eternity. She points her sword at Samurai. True. None of that matters. Juji Kudo is struggling. I don't have time for the likes of you. Ha! Ha ha! Again. You still look away from me, Metatron? No, he really doesn't like Metatron. She, like, kind of abandoned him, but then he got brainwashed into thinking that, like, everything in his life is her fault. Xenophon leaps into the air. Metatron flies to meet him. Yes, she must fight, even if her heart sheds tears of blood. Her life is a battle against her sins, and that alone is the pride that supports her. We're back here. Beelzebub's miasma is still pouring into Demonbane. After all this time! It must be pretty full by now. Our status is entering the danger zone, and all our monitors are flashing red. I try to raise Demonbane's arm to pull Beelzebub's hand away from our face, but with the magic circuits messed up, Demonbane won't do what I tell it. This is bad, Nobo. The operating rate of all systems is dropping fast, Nobo. Beelzebub suddenly releases Demonbane, which falls to the ground. The most I can manage to do is plant both knees and keep us from collapsing completely. After a moment's pause, Beelzebub swings its arm at Demonbane's chest. He's aiming for the cockpit. Juji, look out! Cheese! Nabo! I twist out of the way to avoid a direct hit to the cockpit. Beelzebub's arm smashes a dent in Demonbane's right shoulder. Yeah, you turn quick. And he's not finished yet. Glowing magic symbols cover his arm, and I can feel the power gathering. Oh no! Power reaches its limit and explodes. Demonbane's right shoulder is blasted into splinters, and the force of the explosion knocks it on its back. Come on. No time to be sleeping. A spear of compressed miasma forms between Beelzebub's hands, howling like the damned, and the dying as it unleashes on Demonbane. Tibius Critius! I use the few live magic circuits to activate the leg shields, blasting us into the air. Beelzebub's cursed shells miss us and hit the ground. Corrupt energy pollutes the earth, eroding it before my eyes. We managed to get away, but Demonbane still can't move much. A proper landing, of course, is out of the question. We plow into the ground head first. The cockpit shakes brutally from the impact. My head! I'm going to lose data, Bobo! I should say that. whenever something goes wrong, or I get hurt or something, like, I'm gonna lose my data! I struggle to get Demonbane to his feet, but its remaining arm trembles unreliably under its weight. Are we screwed? What's wrong, Kudo? Why are you crawling like that? Hey, look at his onesie. While we're fighting just to stay operational, Beelzebub is approaching slowly and confidently. He's playing with us! Come on, stand up! Already. There's no 10 counts in death matches, you know. Don't mess with me, you rotten corpse! Despite the terrible position we're in, I forced Demonbane to twist into an awkward side or sweep kick. Machine screams and protests, and system errors pop up one after another, but I ignore them. Doesn't matter. insane, ludicrous stuff I have to do as long as we get out of this. It's so funny that you can still see how bulky it is. Yeah, it's like when buff guys, like guys that go to the gym, they wear skin tight like t-shirts, long t-shirts. That's what he looks like. He looks like a big buff gym bro in a skin tight sweatshirt. Is Demonbane playing Yu-Gi-Oh now? That would explain all these power-ups. He pulls him out of nowhere. Actually, no, Yu-Gi-Oh definitely came before it, but they're pulling from the same sourcing material. If I fall down, little Ludi gets squashed, you know. I'm sad it's my turn on the Xbox. My turn. Panic dulls my movements, allowing Beelzebub to step on Demonbane before I can connect with my kicks. Shoot! I messed up! You dummy. I like sometimes the translator is like, oh yeah, like they turn kak kak kak, they turn like the kak 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 into like regular laughing, but for this they're just like, nah, I'm just gonna write that as is. Ow, under my bed! Did you check? We're trying to find her. We have yet to find her. I need all of you guys to check under your bed. Please and thank you. Elizabeth lays into us with alternating kicks. The pummeling smashes and tears armor. Flames erupt from all over Demonbane. It's not there! It's the Daijuji! Ah! How dare you! How dare you shoot this to grandfather's Demonbane! Yes! Yes! I roll clumsily along the ground to avoid Beelzebub's kicks, crushing buildings as I desperately try to think of a way out of this. The difference in power is clear, and I can't even attack with the princess being held hostage. I think you should try and get her off of there first and foremost. What should I do? Can I defeat him? Can I save the princess? I guess it's about time to finish this. Beelzebub raises his hand. Another spear of miasma begins to form, warping the air as it grows in power. Darling, what's the plan, Robo? That's what I want to know. Damage is worse than before, and the magic circuits aren't recovering. I don't think I can evade another attack like this. Dang it! Miasma roars as it becomes even more concentrated. I can see a black storm raging in the center of the mass. Air begins to darken with the corruption, making Beelzebub look like some twisted revenant. And that's not all. It hurts. I hear voices, not coming as sound waves, but rather being transmitted directly into my brain. Help me. It's cold. Darling, what's wrong, Nobo? Oh yeah, she's not entirely human, so she can't hear it probably. I don't want to die. Have you figured out what the source of this power is yet, Kudo? That's right. A maelstrom of thoughts and emotions surge from Beelzebub. Resentment, hate, regret, envy, grief, anger. It rages and howls, a tangible force of destruction that presses down on Demonbane. Actually, outside of her comprehension, she's like, huh? Emotions, Noble? As the darkness covers my vision, I hear countless voices inside my skull. I don't want to die. It burns! I can't breathe. It's cold! It hurts. I'm lonely. I'm freezing. It's dark. I'm scared. I don't want to die. It hurts me tomorrow. Voices inside my mind are crushing weight against my body and soul. These are the dying screams of an incredibly vast number of people, men, women, young and old. Tiberius roars with laughter. She's just screaming for the vibes. He's screaming and she's like, oh, are we screaming now? Okay, I'll scream too. This is the Vermis Mysterious specialty, the Vengeful Spirit Bomb. Hey, you can steal that? My goldfish allowed to have a spirit bomb. It's Beelzebub's most powerful spell weapon, which gets stronger the more hatred it consumes. The more people he kills, the more he's hated, the stronger the necromancer gets. You son of a monkey's uncle! It's steam pouring from every orifice, and a veil of damned souls surrounding it. Beelzebub now looks like a demon from hell. Beelzebub steps forward. Other people are so whiny. I wouldn't be this hateful if I was killed. Beelzebub steps forward. Miasma billowing around it, withers the few remaining trees on the street. As the pressure of the hatred grows stronger, the presence of the vengeful spirit becomes more distinct. There are thousands, perhaps tens of thousands of damned souls who died with regret and are bound to the mortal world. Their pain and their envy of the living strike at me like the claws and fangs of a horde of beasts. Even after death, their screams continue unceasing. The terrible chorus tears at my soul. If I take a direct hit from this... So true. Mama. In the midst of this storm of hate, one terribly weak voice stands out. It's the voice of a young child. A child whose name I do not know. The grief of a life snuffed out before it could realize its infinite potential. It is a powerless thing, clutching desperately, vainly, for the warmth of its mother, as it sinks into the sea of darkness and terror. Rage explodes in my chest. He's just mad. This bro wants kids. But there's nothing I can do. Now, become one of my vengeful spirits. Massive hatred explodes against us, its power threatening to annihilate us utterly. Oh, she got really messed up. Elsa's screams hit my ears as the inferno of fury and regret consumes us. Mr. Daiyuji! The corpses silently bind me to take the sword. Bid me to take the sword. My masters. Are you telling me to fight? I shake my head. Such power is no longer in me. After all these centuries, eternity of battle, my soul is far more depleted than I imagined. My soul is empty. I will never take up that sword again. But the corpses do not move. They entreat with their lifeless eyes. They cry out to me, their voiceless voices. No, I cannot. I was not strong. You were. I was only strong by clinging to your strength. By draining it to the last drop, I was able to walk this road. I was like a parasite feasting on your innards. It is well within your rights to take revenge. Come, hunt me through with that sword. That would be justice. I am the cause of your restless wandering. Destroy me and be free! Be free from the curse of the Necronomicon. Return to the place where you belong! The sword strikes the ground with a sharp noise. That was not sharp at all. There was like hollowed out wood. The corpses are no longer there. Lock the bug in! I see. Even you have finally abandoned me. I am not even worth destroying. There was never any reason for you to be bound to me. Of course, what a fool I am. For some reason, my vision begins to blur. I only realize I am crying when the first sob escapes my throat. I fall to my knees, weeping. Beside me glitters the unblemished sword. It bears no stain and no doubt. Unlike me. Where are we? Any dream. My dream has no continuity. I find myself in a small room, dark, closed. It is not stagnant. A gentle breeze blows through, and there is blood coursing in darkness. For a person lives here. Candle flicker. In the faint light of the lamp, a man is writing a book. Ah, I see. Of course. I stand by the man's side.
父上とお呼びすればよろしいか?
Shall I call you father? My author, Abdul Azred, does not answer. He writes in silence. Unperturbed. Perturbed! I continue to speak.
いろいろと積もる話もあ
I
ろうも
imagine
のだが
there is
な。
much that we could
こ
talk
うしてま
about.
みえると、
But now that I meet
どうだ?
you,
大し
I
たこと
find
も思い
myself
浮かば
without
ん。
anything to say. The man writes in silence.
これは夢。
This is a dream.
死に向かう切なに見る幻。
At the moment of my death.
どうせ意味などあ
I
ろうはず
suppose
もないが。
there is no meaning to this, but I will not. Because when people ask that, usually trying to get me to say something weird. The man writes in silence.
戯れに聞こう。
Humor me,
父
father,
上は何をもっ
if
て
you will.
わらわを書き記したのか。
With what thoughts and emotions did you create me? The man writes in silence. I sigh.
やれやれ。
How
夢ならば、
disappointing.
もう少し愛想
I
よ
would
く振る舞
expect
え
a
ばどう
dream
だ?
to be a little more hospitable. Man writes in the outer reaches of the universe, the court of the snake that eats its own tail.
なんと。
What? Inside the circle of time, outside the circle of time, the silver key, the ultimate gate, the thousand, and the faceless, the black man crawling, the hunter of the dark, it howls.
アルハザードの意識? まさか。
Outside consciousness? Impossible! What? Okay, hold on. Hold on! Wait, this is cool! Dornians, grab your cameras. Everybody, it's time. Ahem. This is cool! That's a pretty good potential, Dornians. A window suspended from 7 pillars closed. A scenario that denies the dice. A scenario that surpasses the dice reveal. True rumor. Be done. Interval. Instant. Ultimate. Insanity. The darkness it comes. The chaos. Ultimate reason. I am being suppressed. I am being suppressed. Listen, Azif. Warp. You will learn. No. It is futile. Silence. The sickness. It comes. That chaos. I have faith that this will. Am I like? It feels like I'm missing parts. This will. Just another script. Reaching. A puppet show. A charade. Silence. 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 Isolate. 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 You are a backstage gopher. Me? I'm a backstage gopher? Wowee. I've always wanted to be a backstage gopher. Al-Azif. Al-Azif and Al-Azif! All the actors must be gathered. Listen to Daddy tell you a story. Silence. Tamare, Al-Azif! When you stand at the ultimate moment, you must reach the truth.
何が起こっておる
What's happening? An immeasurable vast amount of data rushes through my mind.
頭が
My head is bursting. What is this? Regarding the beast. The beast is the king, the Black King. It is he who turns the wheel of fortune. It is he who connects the end of the serpent. Not merely a thing of one space-time cat's eye, but alley bullisted to the ultimate dismembered, animating essence of existence's whole unbounded toys. Stop. Full stop. The beast gives birth to the beast. A spiral of paradox. This is not a paradox. No, the parent of the beast is the beast, and the child of the beast is the beast. This is a paradox. That is not a paradox. I knew I was being suppressed. In other words, humans give birth to humans, of course. This means that the parent of a human is a human, and the child of a human is a human. No, stop. The infection has spread to the central block. Damn this wait! Humans come from apes. So the parent of a human is an ape, and the child of an ape is a... Interference is too strong. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Enough! Trying any harder would be meaningless. I need to leave a hint for now. Take this, or take heed of this. What is this? You know, I feel like there's some, like, inner turmoil that's, fighting. Regarding the silver. The truth of the beast paradox is that the beast is warning, enemy antivirus program activating, taking countermeasures. Just like the Sothotan hen defeats, the beast is warning, enemy antivirus program has breached defenses, casualty intrusion, log on surface, thought lost, warning. What is happening? It's no use. The suppression is too strong. I need more information than this will just be manipulated by the other side. Noble. Stop. Again? Enough of this pain! Regarding the Ling House. There's no time. I must record the truth behind everything. 42. Just write 42. Just write 6 times 7. Grand farce is all the work of them. So it's useless after all. I can just get this down. I feel like our papa is trying to tell us what is going on. Like why there's all these routes. Why everything keeps like happening over and over again. But probably like Nya is interfering or Tyrant, she might also be interfering, or something we haven't really come upon. Master Tyrion, who knows? Suppression program has caught me. If the central block is occupied, then stop. Erecting barriers, detonating all dummies, isolating all channels, making a backup of the subconscious. Enough! Enough! Damn you! Come on, trusting this to me now! Oh, I've had enough of this! God! Get out of my dream! The cry erupts from the depths of my soul. The voices stop! Oh my god, we stopped them. I know that Al-Hazred is insane, and that the voices in my head were but the manifestation of his insanity. And yet, his eyes are far too gentle for one who has been driven mad by the terror of the great old ones. It's almost as if... I am glad you have met. You're glad to have met Flash? The Like any dream, my dream has no continuity. I watch as Abdul al-Hazred is seized by an invisible monster in broad daylight, devoured horribly before a large number of bright frozen witnesses. Flash! Which flash number? Wait, how many are there? Wait a second. How many? Flash. Any dream. My dream has no continuity. Small room from before, dark and closed. But it is not stagnant. A gentle breeze blows through. There is blood coursing in darkness. 3 main ones? Dang. That's a lot to choose from. I guess whichever one he wants. Is there like one that's significantly cooler than the others? For a person once lived here. No one will ever return to this place. Now the room has only to wait for death. Called a Flash family. It's called a Flash family? There's a whole family? A candle flickers. A book is lit by the faint light of a lamp. Azif. At the center of the illusionary heart mother is the true heart of the god. We've got new fighters. A chamber so vast, its edges cannot be seen, filled with a lake of fresh blood. Even amid the endless crimson, there is one shape whose color overpowers all the rest. There's one shape whose color There's a gargantuan mass of flesh, setting the blood-soaked air a-quiver as it pulses rhythmically. It is the heart, the illusionary heart. The heart of the god made by man. Thanks to the completion of the illusionary heart mother's system, this imitation heart can miraculously pump forth an infinite amount of blood. Siberia Wale is probably the most famous. A group with Wale West! Wait, is this their in-universe alternate names? Or are these their actors' names? In the shadow, the beating heart flows two Deus Machina, legacy of gold, and Kiranosh. Even among Deus Machina, they are particularly huge. But against the enormity of the chamber, they are next to nothing. Character names in universe names. Naruhodo. I think the only Flash that I really know is the one from the Justice League. That's the only Flash I really know of. What's his name? That's the one to where there's a scene where someone takes over the Flash's body and then they take off his mask. He's like, now I'll know your identity! He's like, who the heck is this? Is it the animated one? Yeah, that was... I never actually saw that scene, but like I recognize the animation. And that's just so funny. That's Wally! Okay. I don't watch me because I'm evil. Oh my gosh, that is kind of evil. Augustus and Vespasianus are standing atop their machines. In Augustus's arm is the sleeping Nettle, and in Vespasianus's is cradled the Riley text. Now, Riley text. Shall we begin? Riley, the car. The girl's body disintegrates into countless pages. They dance through the air, surrounding Vespasianus with a whirlwind of paper. With a satisfied nod, the gentleman pulls another grimoire from his cloak. This one is black and nameless.
Access.
Access Purash? Forced access. I command thee in the name of Vespasianus, agent of Nero. O nameless imitation god, I bid thee come forth. The leather-bound book opens on its own, then discharges some of its pages into the air. The pages of the Black Grimoire. Oh! Arnishpleshnishen Colten merges with those of the Riley text. A bright flash fills the chamber, the Crimson Chamber. Demonbane, baby dun dun, baby dun dun, you made me do. Each grimoire's page combines to form the twirl, the spins. I can't read. The twin spirals of a double helix. These fly with the titanic heart, then surrounded with the rings of Saturn. A vertical gash appears in the center of the heart, from which pours a waterfall of blood. Whoosh, whoosh. That's pretty cool too. Have we seen that before? I don't know if we've seen this mecha before. Because technically, usually, Tyrant is dead. He's big dead. I don't know if we... But they might have used their mecha before? I can't remember. I feel like it would have been a nudies route, which is now so long ago. And with the blood emerges an immense, awe-inspiring shape. Nero's Deus Machina. Nameless one. Like that, I feel like they've said that we've seen Nameless One before. Maybe just not this image. Though bathed in blood, the machine god still glitters white. Only its upper torso can be seen thrusting out from the heart in hideous sculpture. Now we can finally control the god. Ultimate power against which nothing can resist. Nameless One's cockpit opens, revealing a mass of writhing tentacles. The tentacles are covered with countless suckers, like those of an octopus or squid. Augustus releases Nero, who glows faintly as she is drawn towards Nameless One. They're like, yeah, I think we can show this one. This seems fine. I mean, who knows? Maybe she had less clothes on in the original picture. Although there are some pictures to where I'm like, oh, surely that has to be like they doctored this one up for the all ages release. But then like I look and it's actually not. Like it was originally just like wholesome. Wholesome by H game standards at least. Nancy. Kashad. You've been Kashad! When she nears the cockpits, the tentacles leap out and seize her and pull her in. The god shall grant you pleasure. Submit wholly to his embrace. He has horror in this CG, she dies. Nero's body spasms violently. All at once, her movements stop. He looks dead now. She has joined with God. The god. The two Anticross feel the raging flood of magic power pouring out of the Nameless One. God's heart begins to beat furiously, filling the cavern with its rhythmic thunder. The sea of blood tosses and foams, soon reaching the violence of a storm. Light fills the vast chamber. Central unit is complete. Behold, the law that will control the gods. Magnificent. Black Lodge's knowledge has bent even our god to our will. Augustus spreads his arms and roars with laughter. His countenance is terrible to behold, for it is that of a demon who has given himself utterly to capitalize evil. His soul burns with madness and joy. Vespasianus watches Augustus in silence. Not so gentlemanly are the snake-like venom in his stare and the vulgar smile on his lips. The meaning behind a smile is the divine heart beats fast. Little by little, the insane power begins to flow through the demon god's veins. It still is. She's just singing. He hears a song. He hears a prayer. This is definitely when they got cropped. Someone is chanting. Nero's lightless eyes search for the singer. She sees the girl with the wriggling tentacles that surround her. A girl with mismatched eyes. A writhing eyes. With her lifeless eyes, Nero watches the girl moan and sing. She has lost her reason, and all that is left for her is to await the annihilation of her soul. So why, then, is Nero wearing that cruel smile? That mocking. Ah! They keep doing this to us. The explosion of the vengeful spirit bomb has caused the land to decay, melting an enormous crater out of the city. At the center of the crater, Demonbane lies under a muddy pile of polluted soil and sand. Now that I think about it, it used to be they would like rotate between the 3 fights, and they were doing that, but now we're rotating between 3 different fights. Very odd. At the center of the crater, Demonbane lies under a muddy pile of polluted soil and sand. The impact of the cursed spear has severely damaged the machine, and much of the adamantium armor has been corroded by miasma. Yet somehow, I'm still alive. The vengeful energy almost tore my soul to shreds. The inferno of my rage allowed me to starve off death. Though it froze my blood and sapped my vitality, I managed to hang on. However, Elsa? Elsa! No response. Elsa's lying slumped against the co-pilot seat. There's no light in her eyes, and her body is utterly limp and motionless. Is she unconscious, or... Elsa! Get up! I push away the evil premonition and call to her. Demonbane can't move without a grimoire, and it's Elsa's systems that's filling in for that role. If the system has stopped working... Elsa doesn't move. Shoot! Frustrated, I manipulate the control stick, even though I know it'll be useless. Demonbane remains completely still. Doesn't even move a finger. The main reactor has shut down. Only systems that are still working are the communicator, monitors, camera. Minor systems and cameras. Minor systems that aren't connected to the magic. Circuits. Why? Move! Move! Again. Am I going to be rendered powerless again? I have to keep fighting, dang it. If I don't, I won't be able to save anyone! Demonbane! Elsa, say something! The shouting and rattling of the control sticks echoes vainly through the cockpit. A huge shape suddenly appears in the monitor, standing tall for Demonbane. I don't need to look twice to know what it is. It's like checkmate, kiddo. Elizabeth looks down upon me. Demonbane, its empty mechanical eyes glittering demonically. Tiberius! Tiberius has at some point emerged from his cockpit. He is standing on Beelzebub's head next to the crucified princess. Uh-oh, that's never good. He caresses the princess's face with fingers like branches of a dead tree. I like to think she's going, hi! Dare you! I pop the hatch and step out of the cockpit, then draw my guns on Tiberius. You're pissing me off. A swarm of tentacles bursts out of his belly and streaks towards me. First, spear my shoulder. Wow! Yikes on mics. That's really cool though. Oh my god, tummy. That's a rare male tummy! Gotta take a picture of that. Friends, this isn't a sight you see every day. Rarely do we get male tummy. This is your sign, Dornians. Today is the day to reveal your tummy. Show off your tummy! It is not tummy, it's bath day. It's Fudo day. No, it's not Fudo, it's just Fudo. Oh, Fudo day! It's bath day. Have you taken your baths? Have you taken your bath today? Nipples pierce my limbs, rendering me unable to move. Mr. Taijuji! Princess's screams end in an abrupt gasp as Tiberius turns his gaze on her. I had to go to work, see you in like 12 hours! Now that's like 12 hours. We're watching a movie! Exciting, very exciting. Princess screams. Oh wait, yes, we got that. Have fun at work. I can clearly hear the sound of him licking his lips beneath his mask. How close are we? The first spears my shoulder. Then this comes the second, third, fourth, fifth. Pierced through my arms and legs, pinning me to the deck like a butterfly in a collection. Now, Kudo, you just stay right there, okay? No! You son of a... Yes, that's the face, Kudo. I've been postponing my pleasure just so I can see that face of yours. More. Let me feel your frustration. Tiberius roughly grabs the princess's through her claws. Son of a... Don't think I'll just keep letting you do as you please! No. Oh, bejeebish. What you gonna do there, Kudo? Looking at your gun. I bring all the strength in my body to bear against the tentacles. Although I can't free myself from them, I manage to move my wrist. It's enough! I bend my wrist to adjust the angle. In the same position. But necessity knows no law! Without a second thought, I pull Katuga's trigger. No. What? The caliber bullet obliterates the tentacle, piercing my left arm, striking fragments. Stinking fragments of flesh hit me in the face. Ugh. I take it as a bad sign that I can't feel my right hand. Must be because I fired such a powerful gun from an awful position. Decide not to look at my hand, afraid to see the undoubtedly terrible shape it's in. I use my free hand to fire Itakwa. And during the recoil, I unload the entire cylinder in one go. Oh, he's bloody now. 3 shots miss. 1 hits him in the gut, and 2 gets him in the face, shattering his mask. Oh no, we have to look at his unmasked face again! He covers his face with his hands, howls in pain. His tentacles pull out of my body. Now's my chance! I shift Katuga to my left hand. For an instant, I see my right hand in the corner of my eye. Fingers are bent in strange directions. Looking like they have extra joints. Forget about it. Forget about it! Fire Katuga to Tiberius' face. Tiberius' headless body goes limp. But I know he's not finished yet. Before he even hits the floor, I empty the rest of the magazines. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Oh, that is true blinding. By the time I finish firing, half of Tiberius' body has been completely blown away. Still nowhere near enough to finish him. I dump the entire magazine, try to insert a new one. It's pretty difficult with just one hand. Panic is moving a lot faster than my fingers. Just as I finally manage to reload. Mr. Daijuji, run! Huh? Oh, that's a mech. Sensing imminent danger, I reflexively leap back into the cockpit. Time slows to an awful crawl. As I jumped backwards, an enormous shape approaches. It's Beelzebub's fist, so huge that it fills my entire vision. And it's hopelessly close. Uh-oh. I don't have time to shout. I don't even have time. I don't even get to feel the impact. I just die instantly. Long before I can understand what happened, my mind blanks out. And we switch to a next fight! Oh wait, or this. Now then, my idle dreaming comes to an end. All that is left, to wait for destruction to descend upon me. It is close. I close my eyes. No longer feel anything. I no longer feel anything. Not pain, not suffering, not fear, not even emptiness. It's all vanished into the wasteland of my soul. So this is what it is to be destroyed. Perhaps it could be less miserable to be cowering and wailing in fear. Well, no matter. Nothing matters anymore. I'm so terribly tired. Let it all end here. Let everything fade into oblivion, as though it never existed. Todd Howard? Oblivion? What is this? What is this coldness like a gaping hole in my chest? I am cold. So awfully cold. And so, because I cannot bear the freezing cold. For one last time, I open my eyes. The deep, the abyss, the endless, limitless sea of stars. I am floating in space. For the last dream I will ever see, it is somewhat lacking in glamour. How cold the universe is. No wonder I was freezing. Space is so vast, so lonely, and far reaches of the infinite void, and the other side of a lonely world. Who knows of strange things that lurk there? The threat that approaches. Who knows? Yes, the world is being consumed by evil. In a place beyond human knowledge, beyond insanity, the world, other, violate, defy each other. Eternity upon eternity. Still they continue. Still they return. Forever into the future. Forever into the past. Capital evil. Yes, the world is trapped in an endless circle. Despite that, No, that is why we... Now enough of this. I'm coming to an end. None of this is relevant to me anymore. Why should it bother me now? Keeping my eyes open has become incredibly difficult. Although the insistent coldness of the void in my soul is painful, it cannot be helped. I close my eyes and try to shut out the world. The world? From Dot Hack? Capitalized world? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is all just inside of a video game. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I am traveling beyond the infinite darkness. To a place where nothing exists. Absolute oblivion. There, I will end. I can finally end.
なぜ
Why? Cannot shut it out. Get to the forums!
なぜだ
Why? Am I not even allowed to
な
end?
ぜ
Why are you all... It hurts. My chest is filled with pain. Is it because of the emptiness in my heart? Pressing my hands against my aching chest, I turn around. Corpses. warriors. My masters are calling me back. I used to think when people were saying Zawarudo, they were referencing that egg. Oh, what a time to be alive. The fact that there was a time period where you could not know that Zawarudo was a JoJo reference. Like, that means that it wasn't yet the period where everyone was following up with that by going, is that a mother effing JoJo reference? I feel like that's how I knew what JoJo even was. It was because every time there was like something even tangentially related to JoJo, it would just be, all the comments would be, is that a JoJo reference? Everyone was still pure. My masters are calling me back. Cry out to me with voiceless voices. They will not be silenced. They cannot be silenced. Why will you not let me end? Oh. Is she also being... Everybody is being crucified here. I feel like... Did I save this? I did. I always save, but I always hear that I have not saved. BJ, before JoJo. Yeah, that's what it means. Definitely what it means. Even while I'm trapped in this place. Even while you are bound by my curse. Why? 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 Before me extends a road paved with blood. Path of battle that I have tread. It is the way of carnage, lit by the flow. Lit by the glowing flowers of life. It continues far, far into the distance. Stop this. Heart aches. Aches, I tell you. One of the corpses raises its hand. It points to something lying on the ground. In the midst of all this carnage, in the midst of all this grief, it alone bears no stain and no doubt. I'll absolutely throw in the towel. The innocent blade. Barza? My heart aches. You want me to keep fighting? You want me to keep walking this road? Is it my punishment to forever bear this pain and loneliness? Does they keep making more sacrifices such as you? And carry your curse for all eternity? How? How can I possibly endure it? I thought that my soul was utterly exhausted, and a storm of emotions rises up within me. I cannot resist it. All I can do is cry miserably for myself. My millennium of life, I have never succumbed to such fierce emotions as these. I sob even harder. I am unable to control these tears. Frustrated, ashamed, and filled with grief, I cry even harder. I cannot stop myself, nor do I know how. Forgive us. For the first time, a voiceless corpse speaks. I cry out to them, as though attacking them with my pain. Why do you apologize? The master's faces are terribly gentle. They are not the faces of corpses. They are not the faces of the defeated. Why? A different voice answers. Our hearts were not with you, not even in the midst of battle. Life was the same. Those were the terms of the covenant, after all. That was how I used you. What have you apologized for? His is different. He walks this lonely road, the only road that she has ever known. Doesn't know where it goes. Something, she walks alone. He is different. The tears stop. He fills your heart. He fills your empty. It was to meet him that you have fought all this time. He is. Wait a second, you haven't seen that, Al! But ultimately, understandably, that is kind of one of the cooler scenes of him, so I get it. I get why you would break the time loop to see that. Kudo! 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 Flood of emotions pours out of my soul far more than my grief. It fills my emptiness with warmth, joy. My heart is aflame. This is how important he was to me. And our hearts are joined. He is fighting. Kudo is fighting. He has lost his power. He has been gravely wounded. He stands on the brink of utter despair. Yet Kudo is still fighting. I just got craving for rice pudding. I might make some tomorrow, Dornians. Tomorrow is a rice pudding kind of day. Rice porridge? I think rice porridge. I think they're all the same way to cook it. Just put vanilla in it and milk instead of spices and egg. Actually, I think you still can put egg in rice pudding porridge. Rice pudding. I think it's pudding. What? What's wrong? What's your problem? I already ate. Damn, you already ate. Corn on. I know. I can feel him. I can feel his rage, his grief, his suffering, his pain. Every fiber of his being, he is struggling against overwhelming might. Frustrated. Vexing. Against its lowly enemy. You only had your power. If only we were together, there'd be nothing to fear. Of course. Why had I forgotten? Did we not swear back then? There our pain, our sorrow, and our regret? How foolish I am. What am I doing watching helplessly in this place? The answer is clear. I must fight. Or is good. Oh, this is good. I realize that the corpses have vanished. So has the blood-stained road. Now there is only... I know what I must do. Everything will be fine now. Wanna come sit on my lap? Thank you. Thank you all for watching over me in my weakness. I take up the fallen sword, the innocent blade, the sword that smites evil. It shines with pride, with love, and with justice. I guess justice and evil are like always capitalized. I've never really noticed. I lift the sword and then... Hey, yo! I don't know what this pose is, but it looks cool. Oh, there's so many good scenes. There's so many good scenes from today! We are so bad. Just the colors on this one are like really cool. I cut through space that should be empty. Something jumps back to avoid my strike. I address the face. You trespass upon this precinct of my soul. What are you? I should have known you'd notice me. So close. So close. A tall woman appears, laughing lightly. Of course, appearances mean nothing here. More importantly is her aura. Frightens me. It makes me nauseous. The stench of the ultimate darkness emanates from her. She not human. This woman is utterly unknowable. I focus all my will against her. If I lower my guard for an instant, my soul might be torn from me. I cannot be defeated here. No need to be so nervous. I just came to get you.
迎えに来ただと？
Get me?
Yes. You mean to return to your battlefield, to Kuro's side, don't you?
どこまで知って？
How much do you? Oh, well. Paper. Read or die. I am struck speechless before I can finish. A whirlwind of pages has appeared around the woman. I recognize them, of course. Recognize is absurdly inadequate expression. They are part of myself. In other words,
These are the final pages that you lost back then. The records concerning the outer gods. Now we will be pulling the story.
なぜだ？
why? Why do you have them?
Such questions are meaningless, don't you think? All that matters is that when you, and by extension Kuro and Demonbane are complete, nothing will be able to stand against you.
何を企んでいる？
What are you plotting?
Like I said,
I like just such a lower voice. Like she is actually being drowned out by the music. I wonder if that's intentional.
like I said, there is no point in pride. Just know that our needs coincide. That should be enough for now. Anyway, time for you to return to his side. He's been awfully lonely without you. I think I might be jealous.
Pages fly to me and merge into my body, becoming one with me once again. Power fills me. This is probably worthy of the ultimate grimoire. Power more than sufficient to annihilate all unholy creatures through the use of even greater unholy knowledge. This is my true power. Indeed, it is all that matters right now. The vision begins to dim. Conversely, I feel myself waking from a dream. As the dream fades to the light of awakening, the last thing I see is the woman. No, that is not a woman. Wreathed in darkness is something wholly other.
Be well, LuKremBo. Let us meet again at the moment of fate.
Ashimo. First thing I noticed when I come. Oh wait, no, we're still. I think we're still out. Wait, maybe not. First thing I noticed when I come to is the choking smell of iron deep in my nostrils. A hot mass is burning in my chest. Oh no. Yep, we're dead, Kudo. No, that's not a woman! That's a babe! Blood wells up in my throat, strengthening the smell and the taste of iron. Like it's ping pong the animation! What was that they always said about the taste of iron? I forget the exact quote, but I always thought it funny that that was like a phrase in that. I cough violently, spitting blood everywhere. Blood covers the cockpit. She's been crushed by Beelzebub's punch. I'm trapped between some smashed and twisted machines. Even though I'm still alive, I've got broken bones everywhere, and no doubt some crushed organs. At this rate, it's only a matter of time. I can't fight anymore. I'm not a sorcerer. I don't have a grimoire. No matter how hard I beat against the controls, I can't move Demonbane. That's not a woman, that's a babe! I mean, that was us at her. That was us at her. I guess it was the combined... It was the combined, processes of me and... Who is it? Al said that's not a woman. No, I said it's not a woman. Those with attacks continue.
I'm ready.
Don't push your luck. If you'd want to die that badly, I'm happy to oblige by torturing you to death, Daijuji Kuro. Sitting astride Demonbane, Beelzebub rains blow after blow down on us. Even though Demonbane was made to defeat such evil, he is utterly helpless. Mama! I remember the voice I heard in the storm of hate. It was the voice of a child killed unjustly and still suffering even now. My frustration is so great, it drives away the pain of my wounds. Dang it! Dang it! My vision is blurred. My eyes been injured? Or is it the tears? I don't know. My senses must be fading. Shoot! Stuff to fight! Poor Kuro. This is Demonbane. What a laugh. You're just a hack who's gonna die miserably without saving anyone. Elizabeth grabs Demonbane by the face and tosses it through the air. We crash some distance away, the impact going straight to my pulverized organs. I'm starting to vomit dark chunks of stuff along with my blood. Is this really the end? Surely Demonbane didn't come back to life just to be defeated here. Only I had power. Now, it's time to finish you. There won't be enough left of you for the rats to feed on. Elizabeth raises its hand. Another massive hatred and regret forms between them. Hands. Polluting the atmosphere with its miasma. It howls with the death cries of tens of thousands of damned souls. I can't evade it. Overwhelmed by despair, I let my eyes drift shut. I guess no choice. Give up. Daijuji, put away! I hear the princess screaming. Even in her dire straits, she's thinking of me first. Yet despite that, there's nothing I can do to help her. I can't. Shoot! I can't give up here! I grab the control stick. I know it's futile. I know it's stupid. I know it's ridiculous. Even so, this is all I can do. What? Damn it, Demonbane! Doesn't this piss you off? He's so cool. Evil energy gets stronger. The city quaking with the screams of the damned. I get hit with that. It's over. The sword that smites evil will have truly been defeated by evil. Is that what you want? You allow that? Evil! Take over and destroy everything dear to us! How can you tolerate such injustice? Get ragey! Come on, Demonbane, get ragey! We need Demonbane to cry. Yeah. Have you finally lost it, Kuro? You look like an idiot screaming nonsense like that. I hear Tiberius' mocking laughter. I don't give a heck. I'll keep any disgrace. But I won't give up. I want to keep fighting. Demonbane! You can't move because no blood is flowing in your veins. And I'll give you all of mine! Give me a sword, give me a steel that will never break! Elizabeth thrusts its arm and Daijuji Kuro. Kuroi? Its ultimate power is unleashed. I'm begging you, move, Demonbane! Well, that's the end, Ornean. From the vantage point of the aerial battlefield, Metatron and Sandalphon can clearly see the explosion of the vengeful spirit bomb. Is that just like a regular... Is that just like regular fire? Is that just like a free-use picture of fire that they superimposed onto this image? The dark flame eats at the city, filling the air with a rotten And
蹴りがついたか。
So it's
お
over.
前がご就寝の
This
大
time,
十
your
字苦労
beloved Daijuji
今度
Kudo
こ
is
そおしま
finished.
いだ。これでも
Will you
まだ
still insist on ignoring
俺
me
以外のもの
now?
に神経何を放
Why are
棄
you staring?
戦いの中で戦いを
To
忘れる
forget your enemy in the
お前
midst
は
of
どこま
battle.
で
How conceited can you? What? Elizabeth's attack has gouged yet another crater out of the city. Demonbane has vanished into the inferno. There's no need to confirm it. Unlike before, there's no way for them to avoid the destruction. This time, Daijuji Kudo and Demonbane have been utterly annihilated. Yep, it's all over.
どうこれが私の
this is my
ベルゼビ
power.
ュートの力よ
This is Beelzebub's power.
所詮まがい
There
物
was
のあんた
never
に
any hope
勝
for
ち目なんて
knockoffs like
鼻から
you.
なか
Tiberius's laugh laughs uproariously sure of his victory. His heart is filled with radiant joy. He feels refreshed, just like he removed a little fish bone that was stuck in his throat. Ugh. He can hardly imagine that he had such a hard time with these fools. But now that he's finally dealt with them, nothing could dampen his mood.
愉快よ
I know
実に
something
愉快よさあ
Wonderful,
この気分の良さ
how
無料
wonderful!
嬢
I
様に
know I
お裾分
need
け
to
してあげない
share
とね
some of these feelings with little Rudy. Tiberius flicks his lips. Ew. His decayed face twisting with lust. Then he notices that something is wrong. Other Rudy has not said a single word since the explosion. She's not wailing with grief, nor is she trembling in fear. Is she in a daze? Or has she finally gone mad? And then, Tiberius finally sees what Rudy has seen. Beyond the black flames, he sees something that should not exist.
の
What? Awfully quiet. I can't hear or feel anything. Am I dead? See, I couldn't do anything in the end. I guess I wasn't cut out to wield the sword that smites evil after all. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. My bad! Try again next week, I guess? I was too weak. Can't. I would have expected death to be so mortifying. All the people killed by Black Lodge feel this frustrated? I don't think I'll ever be able to rest in peace like this. Where am I anyway? I'm dead. This must be the afterlife. Sure seems that way. I mean, look, I can see her face! Oh, she's so cool. Her?
勝手に死なすな
Yeah!
勝手に死ぬな無責任すぎるぞ
Oh my gosh, she looks so cool. She looks so cool. And when I see her face, there's not a thing that I would say. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. Shame. Don't be so quick to kill me off. Or yourself, for that matter. It's too irresponsible. Huh? At the sound of her voice, my fuzzy brain finally comes back to life. I stare through the open hatch, shock and awe. No way! Hey guys, it's me, Al. I've been here the whole time. Wait! She just showed up! You must be you. You must be. My god, I can't believe Stroud Grandpa has actually been Al Azif this whole time. That's crazy. What I see is unbelievable. It's unbelievable, but there it is. My mind is an unprocessable jumble of emotions. All I can do is stare with my mouth open like an idiot. I'm Al Demonbane! GrandPo was actually an anime girl this whole time? Isn't there like a manga about that? Or is it just like an older man who's just like a dude in his 40s? Like, oh, my something is actually a VTuber girl. A VTuber anime girl! The princess is probably in the same boat. Demonbane has been protected from Beelzebub's attack. And its savior is a tiny shape floating in the air with her hands outstretched. My grandpa can't possibly be an anime. Oh, it's a dad! Okay, okay. My dad is an anime girl. I remember hearing the story, isn't that? Yeah, I feel like I haven't heard anything bad about it. Actually, now that I think about it, I believe the person who translated that is currently the manager for what is it, EXE Densetsu? If I have my memory correct, I believe the translator for that is now the manager of EXE Densetsu. He's just kind of like all over. He realized where the world was turning. Not to visual novels, not to manga, but to anime girls in the flesh. G2 Live 2Ds. Whoa! Her sorcery has summoned an enormous barrier field to surround Demonbane. It is the pentagram that wards against all evil. The Elder Sign! Is she like hidden here? Can we see her somewhere? I don't see her. I feel like they're gonna be like, oh, she's hiding behind this. This is impossible! How can this be? Why? Why are you here? Tears blur my vision. It's pathetic, but I can't keep the tears from flowing. I can't even wipe them away. Besides, it would be such a waste to do so. How is this possible? That's a miracle! Oh wait, this is a way better version of this picture. No, it's not. She's not moving. Oh, she's so cool! No, it is not. You fought. Even after losing your power. Even after losing Demonbane, you still fought. You were at a hopeless disadvantage. You might have been annihilated at any moment. Even if you had abandoned everything and run. No one would have been able to blame you. Yet you fought through all of it. You fought and fought and fought. You endured until now, without giving any quarter to the enemy. And thanks to you, thanks to your efforts, I made it in time. My voice explodes from my throat, ignoring the blood in my lungs and the pains of my wounds. Pain of my wounds. I shout at the top of my lungs, using every last drop of strength left in my body. I cry her name. The name of my arrogant, proud, and ultimate partner. I cry. I cry that my voice might reach the entire world. Yes, this is not a miracle. This victory is the inevitable result of your actions. My master, Haijutsu Kuro! Al dissolves into light and flies into Demonbane. Yippee! Next thing I see is her face right in front of mine. Woo! Oh, that intimate. I we allowed to be here, Dornia? Should I be covering my eyes? This is a very intimate moment. God, there's so many good pictures from today! Which one do I choose? The distance between us shrinks to nothing. We embrace each other, and our lips meet. That is not dead, which can eternal lie. And with strange eons, even death may die. Leave room for joyless! I can't I'm too pure. Cover your eyes, Dornians. As light fills my eyes, a comforting warmth soothes my wounds. My wounded body, I can feel power welling up inside me. And then, I'm wearing a black bodysuit once again. Yes, this is the power of the ultimate grimoire, Azif. And Daijuji Kudo, the Magius, who fights alongside her. This is our true power. This one is responding too. Yeah, I know. Right, Demonbane? Demonbane makes striking posing signs. Demonbane stands. Look at our boy! It's missing an arm. Its armor is smashed and it's covered in dirt and wounds. But it won't be defeated. For Al has returned to us. Rather, how could we possibly lose? After all, when we three are combined, we become the ultimate warrior! Mr. Daijuji! How does it? Demonbane! Hey. You're so stupid! Even if the Necronomicon is resurrected, Demonbane can never defeat Beelzebub with such heavy What? Are we recovering? Even I'm surprised by this. Countless tiny particles flow from the stump of Demonbane's arm, joining in intricate ways to rebuild its lost limb. Baka! He's just a tsundere. That's not all. The armor, the crushed cockpit, it's all repairing itself. Pages fly off of my Magius suit, coming together to recreate the monitors, consoles, control mechanisms. The magic circuits show all green. Perfect! Self-repair, how? How can a bootleg Deus Machina have that power? Have you forgotten, sinner? What this machine's name means to fulfill that purpose. We will revive as many times as we must. If you've forgotten, we will remind you now. Let's do it, Kudo! Hell yeah! Al leaps into her cockpit. There's a brief pause, and then I hear her scream. I had to like make through a little. There's some wires, and there's probably like an unconscious girl there. Why is my cockpit filled with all these crazy machines? What's this doll doing here? I totally forgot. Get up! Move! That's my place! I haven't watched the most recent episode though. How dare you usurp my... she's completely unconscious. How irresponsible! I really like the ending song for that anime. Kudo, explain this at once! But, we had to get Demonbane working, so Dr. West... What? Dr. West? What did that madman do to Demonbane? How could you allow this disaster to happen? One more time. One more time. One more time. Hello. That is such a good song. And there's takoyaki. There's dancing and fighting takoyaki. What a mess you've made! Can't you even protect your Deus Machina? What Where do you get off saying that, you book girl? What else could we do? We couldn't have used Demonbane otherwise.
もっとマシな方法もある。
Surely there was a better option. You've been dead all this time, so you got no right to be talking like that. You know how much I had to go through? Huh? Why? They always so... You little...
こんがきゃ
Don't ignore me!
スターバンパイア
Star vampire, consume them! Sensing danger, I leap back just in the nick of time. Like, oh yeah, there's a battle happening. The air suddenly explodes, even though there was nothing there. This is... You can't see it, can you? These are my camouflage weapons. Listen, that are vampires. Well, why would you tell us? Why are bad guys always so quick to just reveal everything? Like, if you think about it, we made meme on Dio, but like, bro kept his power a secret for like 2 cores. Like, what? The headphones are dying apparently. 2 cores. There's a ton of episodes. You really don't know what the heck is happening with his power. It's like the very end of the series. You know how many bad guys would just instantly tell you what they've done nowadays? Undetectable by machines or magic, their attacks are impossible to dodge. Now, I'll turn you into dust. Light, be dust. Tiberius howls triumphantly. No doubt Demonbane is surrounded by invisible weapons right now. However, I am unperturbed. I merely focus my mind from the hate-soaked sky. Thoughts accelerate, calculating the law of the world at this point in time. Upon the law, I impose my own logic, thereby remaking the world. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's time to fight like we're toddlers.
正しき怒りを胸に
With righteousness, anger in our hearts. Such is magic. My spell connects me to the world, granting me true seeing eye. To draw forth the sword that smites evil. I see them. The invisible threat is right in front of us. Less than a second away. I can perceive it clearly. With my nerves running at full speed and attuned to the whole world. Instant passes so slowly that I can that it makes me want to yarn. It's more than enough time to use my power. Thou art the innocent blade! Demonbane! A flash of light. A dozen explosions detonate around Demonbane. All the star vampires have been cut out of the air. The scimitar of Barzai. With just one. How? Oh! Aura farming! Look at this aura farming bad ash. I'm sorry, YouTube. I had to. Did I say this right? I must Kashaw. His aura. He's farming so much aura. He's farming so much aura. I'm pretty sure there wasn't even an explosion that happened behind him. There was no explosion, and yet he still doesn't have to look at the explosions. That's how good he is. He doesn't even need an explosion to turn away from explosion. That is the true power of Demonbane. I point the scimitar at Beelzebub. Now it's my turn to gloat. I suppose you can see me, but on my mouth is a fearless grin. Or you can't see me, but on my mouth is a fearless grin.
思い出したろ
Have you remembered the purpose
こ
of
れが
this
この機
machine?
体の意味
Demonbane さ
This is Demonbane, the sword that smites evil. Okay, you zombie. Time to put you back with the rest of the corpses. I raised the scimitar. A As Demonbane steps forward, Belzebub falls back under our pressure. Hey! You can't get away from Demonbane! But just as I'm about to strike, Tiberius suddenly starts cackling. Aren't you forgetting something important? I have a hostage here.
そんなこと忘れてない。
Tiberius stands next to the crucified princess again. He wraps his tentacle around her neck and begins to squeeze. A single cock, that's all.
ほらほら。このまま。
Be careful, if you don't want me to snap little Rudy's neck, you'll stay right there. Even though he's threatening us, Tiberius lacks his earlier confidence. It's clear he's desperate. Even so, we can't move carelessly as long as he has our hostage.
つくづくあの娘は人の足を引
This
っ張る
is
こと
always
しか
so
知ら
cool.
ない
It's because of Demonbane. Demonbane's so cool. That girl never fails to cause me trouble.
お姫様属性っぽいって言えばぽい。
Okay. Well, that's what princesses do, right?
どうするつもりだ
What now?
どうするおい。
Good question. Usually comes to help us at times like this, but this time. Metatron streaks through the air, aiming to rescue Nudie from Beelzebub's head. Of course, Demonbane is not about to just let her go.
やはりそう来るか。
Do we usually get a creature of him this close? The ugly time to come and say that? No, I know what you mean. But I knew you would do this, but it won't be easy. Then the fun pursues. He tightens his fist, aiming at Metatron's back in preparation for a spirit energy attack. What? Before he can unleash his strike, a rocket hits him. Explosion blasts him back. Although he is not injured, he is extremely annoyed by the interruption. Who's attacking?
誰だ。
Who was that? He looks down. Some distance away, he sees an armored car with a rocket launcher aimed at him. On the roof of the car stands a white-cloaked man wailing on his guitar. I won't let you do as you please, Sandalphon. The great genius, Dr. West, will gladly put his life on the line for his comrades. To battle!
つうか、てめえは何もしてね
Hey, you aren't even doing anything.
つうか逮捕す
And you're under arrest. Don't think you're going to get any special consideration just because you're talking like a fiendish villain who miraculously has changed your heart through the power of friendship, you criminal. Are you winning? I think we are actually. Damn you. Let's get out of here, hurry. Roger!
Hey, come on, karateka.
I love when Dr. West speaks English.
挑発してんじゃねえよ、お前は。
Bow game, you nutcase.
死ね
Die!
え。おわ
さあ、早くデモンベインを停止させな。
Okay. No power down. Okay, now power down, Demonbane. Immediate. A sudden beam attack blasts away the tentacle holding the princess. I see a white shape grab the cross and fly away with the coughing princess still on it.
メタトン。
Metatron.
よっしゃー。さすが
Alright,
ご期
I
待通
knew
り
she'd
登
show
場だ
up.
他力本願
So you were depending on her to bail you out.
畜生が。
Shoot.
どいつもこいつも
One
邪
keeps
魔ばっか
getting
り
in
して
my way.
そう簡単に
Don't
逃がすと
think
は思わない
I'm
で。
gonna let you go that easily. Tiberius stamps his feet in blind frustration. I mean, Dr. West would join the J9 crew. They'd all hate him, but he would join. He'd forcefully join. In a battle between mages, where each instant determines victory or defeat, this opening is ridiculously huge. Hey, aren't you forgetting who your real opponent is?
デモンベイン。
Demonbane. It's like you finally figured it out. Too late though. His momentary distraction was enough for Demonbane to get into Beelzebub's range. I swing the scimitar without the slightest hesitation. Blade cuts a line from the top of Beelzebub's head to its groin, slicing the machine perfectly in half. Again. Again, Daijuji Kudo! Damn you! Tiberius leaps down from the bisected Beelzebub. But before he can land, I summon Cthulhu and stab its enormous muzzle at him. Ian. The bullet goes straight through Tiberius and smashes into the ground in thunderous explosion of dirt and smoke. Beelzebub finally takes this opportunity to collapse. And smoke is still rising from Cthulhu's muzzle. There's nothing left of him this time. Payback to B-Osh! Tiberius. Well done. However, it's too early to relax. We have to deal with that foul mass of flesh in the sky as quickly as possible. I look up into the sky. Great old one, Cthulhu. Or not Cthulhu, Cthulhu. Still sleeping. There's no telling when he'll wake up. And once he opens his eyes, Earth finished. Can't just wait until that happens. Yeah, of course, I haven't forgotten. As I'm nodding in agreement, I suddenly feel like something is wrong. Bad feeling quickly becomes a warning of imminent danger, putting me on edge. I reflexively jump away from where I was standing. What's wrong? Far away from the battlefield, Metatron lands near the entrance to the shelter and plants duty across the pavement. She cuts the bindings with her beam saber and catches the free Nudie as she falls. Thank you! No need to thank me. You should be able to make it to the shelter from here. Now, get away from me quickly. Just as Metatron lowers Nudie gently to the ground, Sandalphon lands atop an electrical pole from which he looks down at Metatron with his arms folded, his black wings spread. Are you quite finished yet? His voice is quiet, the sheer malice hidden underneath. It turns Rudy's blood to ice. Metatron gives the petrified Rudy a gentle push towards the shelter. With the last reassuring nod to her, Metatron turns to face Sandalphon. Yes, I am. Sorry to keep you waiting. Metatron's armor transforms noisily. So true! If that's not a real common writer right there, transforming noisily, I don't know what is. Weapons emerge from all over her body, and her wings spread even wider. The light of her wings surrounds her body with a shining halo. Truly like a king of angels. Sandalphon feels something different from Metatron this time. If one were to look under his mask, they would no doubt see a warrior's content twist with hate and joy. Sandalphon spreads his arms. Black light emanates from his body. Though no such thing exists in the natural world. It's the color of Sandalphon's battle aura, and his angel's heart is filled with heart. Truly like a fallen angel. Finally serious. Yes, good. Only by killing you, as you are now, I'll be able to reach the ultimate domain. There is no ultimate domain at the end of the path of carnage. There's nothing at all. With that, the two angels fall silent. Further words would be unnecessary and meaningless. For each of them understands the other utterly. For each of them rejects the other utterly. Therefore, words are unnecessary. For words are meaningless. Two angels rise into the sky. Leaving behind only roaring wind, they vanish from Nudi's sight. It's like, ah! What do I do now? Looking up at the sky that swallowed them, Rudy feels a strange sorrow. It is as though the angels have been driven from the earth and forced to return to heaven. No matter how much they might desire to return, there's no place for angels in this world. By human standards, this is terribly sad. Idle fancy crosses her mind. That if only they did not have their wings, perhaps the world would accept them. This is no time to be thinking of such nonsense. Even while deriding herself, she continues down her train of thought. So, what about Demonbane? Grandfather called it the smiter of evil, yet it moves by the power of a grimoire. In order to slay evil, it must enter the domain of evil. If that which slays evil must become evil, then is there truly a place in this world for Demonbane? Anyways, back to smashing and crashing. Sensing danger, I leap away from where we were standing. And it looks like my bad feeling was right on the money. What is it? Look. Something is happening to the destroyed Beelzebub. The machine is turning to rust, corroding at an unbelievable speed. No, that's not it. It's decomposing? I can hardly believe my eyes. From the cracks of the corroded metal, putrid green juice begins to drip. The armor suddenly shatters like a broken egg, spilling piles and piles of rotten meat onto the ground. In the decaying flesh wriggles countless man-sized maggots. Ew! I'm not sure what this is, but it seems he hasn't been defeated yet. Oh, it makes me sick just looking at it. Pull yourself together. Bro, Azif! I hear a voice, a vulgar voice. It's really starting to pee me off. The son of a brioche. He's still not dead yet! With the power of Divermus Mysterious, I am immortal. You can't kill me, weaklings like you. Can never kill me! Noise. Ah, noise. A buzzing fills my ear. Extremely unpleasant sound, like an army of innumerable flies is approaching. It's coming. The rotting machine suddenly burst, spewing vast black clouds into the air. At a glance, it might look like any cloud at night. The horror of it makes its darkness far more powerful than anything that night can bring. Black shapes rise, coiling around itself. As it moves, the buzzing changes pitch and volume. Are you winning? I am indeed. We were like super winning a second ago, but now the guy that we won against has come back, so we have to destroy him again. This is a swarm of flies? A swarm of flies rise and howls like a black giant. This is something I'd see in a dream. See in nightmares. Reminds me of something that happened soon after I started living by myself. I left a bunch of dirty dishes out in the sink for a while, and then I found fly eggs in the sink. Now's not the time for that! So true. It do be like that sometimes. I feel a surge of hate. A curse bearing its fangs at me once again. In the center of the swirling mass of flies, the same miasma that Beelzebub summoned earlier is forming. Hate! Corruption, hate, corruption, hate, corruption, hate. The miasma is filled with screams and grief and resentment. Filled with screams of grief and resentment. Though it exists only as a mass of condensed presence, I can see countless faces floating on its surface. The faces of men and women. I see the faces of young and old. I see the face of small children. They have only one thing in common. Their faces are all grieving. Deep suffering. They are trapped in an endless curse to howl their death's cries for all eternity. This is the vengeful spirit bomb of Beelzebub's ultimate weapon. Once again, that voice echoes inside my head. Something hot bursts into the back of my brain. All it needs is you to feed the spell. Become filthy, damned souls like the rest. Die! Cloud of flies parts, unleashing the cursed might of the vengeful spirit bomb of Demonbane. However, I crushed Demonbane's fists. Concentrated hate was trying to crush us with its power. But I'm not afraid. There's nothing to fear here. Light surges from Demonbane's hands. I use the shining fist, shining finger, to carve a pentagram into the storm darkness. Elder sign, that which banishes the force of menace and antagonism. The pentagram expands in front of Demonbane, becoming a mighty shield against all harm. The howling of the dam thunders in my ear, and we are constantly confronted by the shockwaves. However, our barrier field is not wavering. Not even the tiniest bit. Death upon dark. Death upon death upon death upon death upon death washes over us. That's a lot of death! In the midst of this raging torrent of defilement, Demonbane and Toad alone remains almost terrifying here. From somewhere in this cloud of flies and vengeful ghosts, I can hear Tiberius hysterically scream. Malice, power, grows strong, black of the miasma vying for dominance with the white of our barrier. The air is scorched by surging lightning and soaked with the fragments of dead spirits. Die, die, die! The hatred suddenly compresses into a tiny sphere floating in front of our shield. But the concentrated energy soon goes critical, bursting outward from the center. It explodes into uncontrolled infernal animosity. Foul energy emanating from the vengeful spirits become a curse of decay that defiles the world. It blasts away the air, pollutes the land, and rots the beings. And the full brunt of his corruption is directed, of course, at Demonbane. Oh, he's saying rot. I thought he had another weird laugh, but no, he's saying rot. Rot, 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 rot. Become food for the worms! Feed me, Seymour, feed me! Even though the roaring of the dam, even through the roaring of the dam, I can hear Tiberius' maniacal laughter. Furious you! For the first time, I find myself feeling pity for this undying corpse. Oh, don't feel pity for him. Don't feel bad for him! Surrounded by the vortex of putrefaction, I whisper. Not enough. This is nothing. You think you can defeat Demonbane like this? Demonbane vanishes into the blackness of the vengeful flames. I like that they gave him an echo. Tiberius cackles triumphantly. I can hear relief in his laughter. I am no longer multitasking with that. What made you decide to play Dark Souls 2? I pity you. What a sad guy you are. An impact rocks us. Rockable, baby. An unending chain of explosions shake Demonbane. A storm of rage batters us, and the flames of hate lick at us. Yet even though it is pummeled from all sides, Demonbane remains unharmed. The brilliance of the pentagram shields us never dim. Is this all you have? Is this all you're capable of? After consuming others to achieve power and immortality? Immortality! I finished Dark Souls 1! Well, what made you play Dark Souls 1? Was it Demon Souls? Wait, is that it? What's it? What's the one that was before Dark Souls? That was basically Dark Souls, like, prototype? Is this worthless, meager power what so many lives were sacrificed for? Enough already. Aren't you tired? Finish you once and for all. I'll reject all that you are. Demon Souls! Did you play that? Did that make you want to play Dark Souls 1? Oh. PlayStation. So I'm guessing you're playing on PC. Well, how? How can I destroy you if you can't die? Destroy his book! That'll get him. Don't worry. I have infinite options. Let's see. For example... Oh. Elle suddenly jerks as though she's been hit with an electric shock. I have no idea what's going on. I can hear a voice. A horrible, inhumane voice is echoing inside my mind.
Now, Kuro, Azif, you will show me. The sorcerer has been forged in dark flow of time, and the ultimate grimoire in the fullness of its might. Show me your power. This time, you will please me.
What? And then my mind is cast in the darkness. I got Nightmare for Christmas, and while I do love it, made me think about how I have never actually played DS1 or 2 before. Woo! Isn't there a Dark Souls 3? Have you played 3? Darkness, absolute darkness, utterly devoid of light, clings to me as I float through it. I'm sinking. I am falling. I am climbing. No, the sensations are all wrong. It's like I'm proceeding through this unnatural angle, impossible angles. Three-dimensional beings can't hope to comprehend. You started with 3. Perfect. That is clearly the way that you're supposed to go. Did they actually reference, like, the previous game? I've always wondered that. FromSoft's always so, like, cryptic in their storytelling. Like, those feel like, even if those are games that are connected, those absolutely feel like games that you would be able to just, like, pick up the third one and be like, yep, I totally understand the story that they're telling. Yes and no. Is it like same place 500 years later kind of deal? Where does this strange darkness lead? When does it lead? I don't know. Space and time are unknowable in this place. Everything is closed off. Yeah, basically, yeah. That's the best way to do it. Transient and eternity. I am trapped in the darkness of chaos. Faced with chaos beyond human understanding. My mind is falling apart. This unimaginable other attacking my soul. Even so, I struggle to hold the pieces of myself together. The only thing that keeps me whole is my will, and the thought that I mustn't be annihilated here. That the end of my desperate battle is a sudden particle of light, shining in the darkness. So he has his own far future standalone story, but I didn't realize it spoiled the story of 1. Playing 1 was still worth seeing the story though. Interesting! Huh. Like how, at what point did you realize in 1 that like you had the story spoiled in 3? There's a sudden... I reach out to it, hungry for its radiance. The light is coming from above. Like, was it like immediately you're like, wait a second. This thing they're talking about, it was mentioned being completely destroyed in 3, or was it like only at the very end? You're like, wait a moment! It's an asymmetrical container, from whose tiny cracks is seeping a faint glow. The hand brushes its surface, and the lid swings open on its own. Where are we? Inside is something utterly bizarre. Is a black crystal held in place by 7 words. Looking closer, I see that it is a polyhedron with many irregular flat surfaces and red striations running through it like blood vessels. Although it is clearly mineral in substance, it also seems to be pulsing like a living thing. 1 is like, what is happening? 3 is like, that thing happened, and happened again, and it happens every 1,000 years, and now it's suddenly didn't. Ah, naruhodo. Huh. Kinda cool. Kinda cool. But has to go FromSoft. Now FromSoft, I request a remake of oh shoot. What's the cool fantasy mecha series? Can't think of its name right now, but we need a remake of that. At least a port. I would want to actually no, I think that's one of the games to where I do actually want more a remake than a port. A port would be good so that other people can know of its glory. What is it called? I can't remember. Light is emanating from the crystal. With the lid open, the light bursts forth. I can only describe it as being other. The flood of light howls badly as it washes over me. Surrounded by the insane storm of light and darkness, I can hear an otherworldly voice. It is speaking some sort of prayer, or perhaps a curse, but it is impossible to decipher. Its words are those of the strange entities that exist beyond human reasoning. Demon Souls does have a remake on the PS5. I have seen that. I was tempted. I still am. Because it's like, I can play this. Not everybody can play this. It's like, I gotta get some use out of this stupid PS5, right? That's one of the reasons why we played Bloodborne. Like, yes, because I am born of blood, but also because it's PS exclusive. I hear an otherworldly voice. It's speaking some sort of prayer, perhaps a curse, but it's impossible to decipher. Its words are those of the strange entities that exist beyond human reason. But eventually, the chanting becomes something I can understand. The voice tells me its name. I speak it at the same time.
Shining.
The Shining?
トラペゾヘドロンだと
Trapezohedron?
Indeed.
And the battlefield becomes another world. Huh? The darkness gathers. The darkness gathers. The darkness gathers. Twisted, insane, and rioting, the otherworldly darkness gathers. The light gathers. Right, you get it, it gathers. Raging, roaring, and gloating, the otherworldly light gathers. At the utmost reaches of the darkness. At the utmost reaches of the light. This is another world, a world that must not be. It is the lair of paradox. A tear in existence, made taboo by the gods. This is where the decisive battle will take place. No, one-sided destruction cannot be called a battle. This is an execution site. This is where Demonbane will wield absolute power to bring judgment on evil. Oh Oh, he came too? I thought we just got pulled here. I can feel Tiberius's fear. But I'm just as terrified. This thing is completely uncontrollable. Ignoring our will, Demonbane is preparing to execute some predestined task. Demonbane thrusts out its right hand, charged with the energy of the Lemuria impact. They manifest from its palm. A shape of overwhelming blackness forms its surroundings, throwing everything into it. Plateau of long? Maybe? Black hole? Black hole continues to distort space until finally it rips through the dimensional wall and a gaping rift appears before us. Something begins to emerge from the fissure. Demonbane grabs it, pulls it out, revealing its form. How can I describe it? It is a warped Templar pillar. It is a twisted holy tree. It is a hollowed sword with no blade. Whatever the case, it is terribly other. And at its center, black crystal I saw in my dream. This is the shining trapezohedron? Instant I speak its name. A tremendous amount of power begins to pour into Demonbane. Its fury threatens to tear us into unrecognizable shreds. I'll tries desperately to control the flow of power. She seems to be directing it through the trapezohedron. The sword is either what might call it a xenoblade. Wait, a xenoblade? Do they call things others? Or other? I forgot. I jump in to help her manage the energy. We somehow succeed in fixing its direction, but Demonbane is still filled with an unimaginable, powerful form of magic. If I don't keep my will focused, it could easily knock me unconscious. And that's not the only problem. Oh, Xeno means other! Huh. That makes sense. And yeah, so it would be a Xenoblade. Oh, don't you think it's gonna get a little too huge? Power's still gathering in the trapezohedron. If we don't send it somewhere else soon, it'll definitely explode. Who knows what kind of tragedy that will bring? What should we do? So answering me, Demonbane moves. Points the trapezohedron at the giant, man-shaped cloud of flies. And then, the machine returns to our control. Other in the sense of like outsider foreigner. Yeah. I feel like there's like the topical word that uses that, and I was like, oh yeah. The word that is currently in the zeitgeist. I keep seeing notification. What are you telling me? What is? Oh wait, okay, I know what that one was. Nushi returns our control. So you're telling us to hit the enemy with it? I don't know, but it's worth a shot. Even though I feel some other will at work here, I kicked Demonbane into a run. Tiberius notices the charging Demonbane. Looking with terror upon the trapezohedron, he screams frantically. What the hell are you? Stay away! Don't touch me! A lot of miasma and flies hits us. However, everything disintegrates before it can touch Demonbane. We seem to be surrounded by a powerful barrier. At the center of the flies, I see a floating sphere surrounded by magic fields. It's Beelzebub's cockpit. The moment the trapezohedron makes contact, it releases all its charged divine power, consuming the cockpit along with the entire cloud of flies. moment the trapezohedron makes contact, it releases all of its charge. Wait, we already read that. Why we see it again? Light and dark leap from the trapezohedron, joining together into a swirling mass that pierces the wall of space. What is this? Maelstrom of light and dark tears open the world, and a crack appears in the empty air. The rift sucks the flies into a giant vacuum. You can't see what lies beyond the chasm. There's only endless abyss. And then countless hands of light and dark swarm out of the fissure. He sees Beelzebub's cockpit and begin to pull it in. Oh, I guess this works. Up. Oh, where are you taking me? No! No, I don't want to go there. No! Please. Please kill me. Yeah! Does Tiberius realize what is on the other side? I can't see anything. No doubt, only those consumed by the trapezohedron would know what lies beyond and what horrors await there. I call out to the hopelessly wailing Tiberius. You screwed over a lot of people for that immortality, right? I don't think it's gonna fail you now. Like, oh, you wanted to be immortal so badly? Well, you can now be immortal in pain. Immortally in pain. Take that, sucker. Ha ha ha! He's comprehending the horrors! That's the bug light. The light zone. That's where the flashbangs come from. Streaming ceases. Tiberius has completely disappeared into the rift. As the last echoes of his howling fade, the trapezohedron dissolves into light and vanishes. Everything that does not belong in this world is drawn into the space-time fissure as though it is folding into itself. And finally, the rent closes up, leaving Demonbane all alone. The world is suddenly back to normal, as though it wants us to forget everything that happened in the other world. As the awesomeness of it finally hits me, I tremble and break out into a cold sweat. Did Demonbane have this terrifying weapon all along? It's not in any of the databases. Trapezohedron. She's boobing out. Girl is boobing out. Let's see. I think this I'll take this one for you guys. This is for you, Dornians. I don't think I could put this on YouTube as a header, but I'll save this for you guys. From the gap between fantasy and reality. Yeah, it's like right here. This is fantasy, and this is reality. And the gap right here. Something has watched over all that happened. It is a woman, wreathed in otherworldly darkness. She is laughing. Tears run down her face as she laughs. Finally. These are the tears of one whose long-awaited desire has at last been fulfilled. The visual really helping me understand. Yep, that's what it's here for. That's what visual novels are for. To really give you that visual help, that visual aid. Understand. Tears of pure joy. I knew it, Kuro. I knew you would do it this time. Grandmaster, the world has finally produced your equal. Yet, her purity is that of true evil, absolute and undiluted.
It comes, the moment I've longed for. How many times have I drowned the world in a sea of blood, piled with corpses? How many times have I planted a new world in the vast remains of the old one? Surely the next world will be more loathsome. Surely the next world will be even more vile. And surely the next world will be far crueler than even before. I've repeated this for countless eternities, 1,000 million trillion times, and finally, it comes. Her evil resembles love, for it is earnest and sincere, without doubt, and without consciousness. Oh, let us begin, let us create. I've waited so very long. And is this not what you desired too? It will end. Finally, it will end for you. Yes, I will grant you an end once and for all. You are my wonderful children after all. I love you. She loves you, Dorna. She loves you. No. Rhapsody's love that resembles evil. Whatever the case, this evil feels love. Both capitalized. She loves her puppets with all her heart. Daijuji Kuro. God-slaying blade. Master Therion. The God-freeing key. Final movement of Earth's Rhapsody began. It's the same thing. Wow! Wowee. That ends the chapter. Oh, blood. This is the vast sea of blood. At the center, the illusionary heart mother. That sure was a Blade Runner! Yeah, guys, don't you remember all of that happening in Blade Runner when we watched the movie? Don't you remember? Dominating this chamber is the titanic heart of the god. Yet even its enormity is as nothing when compared to the entirety of the deity. The heart's thunderous beat turn the crimson sea, and below it float Legacy of Gold and Kirinosh. They are the largest of the anti-cross Deus Machina, save for Nameless One. But in the wide space beneath the massive heart, they appeared tiny. They're babies. Standing atop Legacy of Gold, Augustus trembles in awe. That's power. Ooh. What the hell was that power? At his roar, a shockwave burst from Legacy of Gold, blasting the crimson water into the air. I guess androids really do dream of electric sheep when the stars are right. Yeah. I mean, really, what is to say they wouldn't, huh? Why do we assume they don't? If we dream of sheep, then they must dream of electric. Deep in thought, this vastness is whoever is writing this really likes this word. Unperturbed by the sudden rain of blood. Can an imitation Deus Machina have such power? Its power far surpasses the ability of any Deus Machina. It far surpasses any Metal Gear. It's almost like... Shakes his head to expel a sudden image of that terrifying young man. Your favorite turn of phrase. Yeah, like... we didn't see it really in any of the other routes, I feel. At least not to this amount. I feel like whoever is writing this really likes that word.
calm down. Have no fear. He is not here. He's dead. We dealt the final blow ourselves. There's no reason to fear him now. Stop howling, Augustus. Stay calm. Or calm down. Calm down, I say. Huh. Augustus curses and bites his nails. Far too many unexpected things have happened. Although they succeeded in dealing a heavy blow to the Hado underground base, 2 of the 3 anti-cross sent were killed, and 1 was severely wounded. Despite their losses, they failed to dispose of Hado duty. And what's more, Azif has resurrected. No doubt, not only is Demonbane still active, its power has even increased. Why? Where did the plan go wrong? What is the cause of these irregularities? It's just he's being very tsundere right now. Calm down. Everything is fine. Everything? Even if the plan has been compromised, we are not in any serious trouble. We still have the ultimate trump, power of the demon god. No matter how hard they struggle, they will never be able to close this overwhelming gap in power. However, it is intensely irritating. What do you plan to do? This will finish them. Riley Wagler Prita. Oh, what'd he do? At first, I can hardly recognize the roar for what it is. For it is far beyond anything that can be perceived as mere sound. It is a mighty roar of destruction, crushing my soul with a force surpassing anything physical or mental. Mental? Yeah, mental. I look into the sky and see countless tentacles, immeasurably huge, writhing horribly, heads cracking. The gargantuan god begins to pulsate, and in the center of its vast darkness opens a single eye, like a warped moon. The eye is down on the city. Instant I look into it, my soul shattered. For a moment, I am dead. But my sorcerer's willpower works desperately to reconstruct me from the pieces. Operating far beyond its limits, my brain feels like it's boiling away. Blood pours from my eyes and nose. Hang on, damn! God is awakening already? Hello! Crucified someone and that person resurrected, perhaps. They should have seen it coming. But they never see it coming. You see that my mind is too fast for eyes. They never can see it coming. It's not allowed. What the heck is going on? This is the demon god. This is the great old one. It's so. Sonia, Makoto, are you alright? Yes. We must get you to the shelter quickly. This place is dangerous. Demonbane is. He's more frightened than you. At last, the sea project has finally reached completion. And it was I, not the Grandmaster, who accomplished it! The great Cthulhu. The mighty Cthulhu. The great old one. Cthulhu is at my hand. Now, I stand equal to the gods! He roars with laughter, unable to hold back the flood of joy. Does Augustus realize that his laughter only serves to expose the madness hidden beneath his mask of reason? I can control it. I can control it. I am greater than the laws of the gods. I shouldn't say that out loud. God's power swells, and its divine aura sets the air to trembling. Form of tentacles all move under one will. Their dragon-like head open over Arkham City, showering it with the corrosive saliva. Does Bro know? Now, time for some entertainment. Struggle if you will, Demonbane. Huddle. Deep in the dragon's throat, the energy of destruction begins to glow. Suddenly, the darkness vanishes under the glare of countless lights, and upon my ears smite an innumerable roar. The most endless swarm of tentacles are writhing, howling, and burning with light. My body is instantly assaulted by a sense of danger, desperate and immediate, as though my very existence is in peril. Gonna fire? This is bad! This is very bad! Kudo! I figured that out already. But what can we do? How can we stop it? Unimaginable evil and terrible monster possessing such insane and absolute power. How can we overcome this hopeless situation? I can't be worrying now. There's no time for fear or despair. Such relaxed and carefree emotions are a luxury we don't have. No matter. Even if it takes a miracle, we have to stop that thing. Oh, there he is. One of the tentacles bears its fangs at Demonbane, and from its open jaw comes flames of pure annihilation. Dang it! Demonbane takes off running, practically flying through the streets. On the power of its leg shields, not enough to get away. Come just Demonbane! Erasing the night, the brilliance of countless suns, shattering the peace of the world. With a thunderous roar, the demon god breathes its flames into Arkham City. That's not good. Oh! Even Al's scream is drowned out as destruction comes for us with blinding lights and crushing force, covering the world in white darkness. We've seen this before, though. We've definitely seen this before. Mr. Taijuji! People believe that birth is a blessing. They believe that life comes into the world filled with love and joy. They are wrong. They are only deluding themselves. Birth is a curse, and the world is filled with evil and corruption. The infant understands this, for it is utterly pure. And in its mother's womb, the infant, surrounded by its mother's warmth, soothed by its mother's heartbeat, it exists at the center of its world. This is the cradle of infinite love. What more than one wish for? The infant accepts the world, all it has. Yeah, the song is just creepy in general, and then it talking about like birth and pureness. It's just all very creepy. It's good. That is why, when it is expelled from paradise, that's a movie, and dropped into the outside world, that is why the infant cries and bleeds. Its skin is slashed by a razor-sharp air. Its nose is filled with foul smells. Its ears are smote upon by a hideous din. Its eyes are burned by the blinding lights. The entire world seeks to do harm to the infant. It laughs at the weak, fragile lump of flesh. The infant knows that the world is a loathsome place. It laments its incomplete self. People do not know this. No, they have only forced it out of their memories. For all the anime, this really does understand the mythos. It does feel like it's written by a mega fan. By forgetting, by deceiving themselves, they're able to live in this accursed world. What pitiful, lonesome creatures. But even the ability to cry and grieve in lecture. It is only because they do not know true despair. They have the energy for such nonsense. We, who have faced true despair, have not even the strength to lift our voices. We can only pour all that we have and simply be. We must not let the slightest fragment of ourselves go to waste. We must not allow the world to consume us utterly. Despair becomes resignation. Resignation becomes boredom. Boredom becomes impatience. And impatience becomes hate. Hate becomes my sustenance. It fills the emptiness that was carved out of me when I was born. Is this new? If the world is filled with lonesomeness, then let my body, my soul, my very existence become a curse. Or is it Masta Terion? I will teach all those who live in self-delusion just how defiled by the world, or by despair the world is. Or is it Enya? For this universe is. This entire universe is but a slave to fate. As always, I first learned the truth amid a torrent of excruciating pain and pleasure. A flood of information that far surpasses the storage capacity of my brain. Oh, secret third option! There's always a secret third option. The records of time, the memories of the world, descriptions of fate, the knowledge of despair is forced upon me. I curse the universe for once again giving me life. The wheel of fortune is out of control. For the evil that rides it has sent it spinning furiously down paths it was never meant to go. I don't think Wheel of Fortune's that bad. It spins ever towards a more critical moment. Just download more RAM. I bet you even digital RAM is expensive now. We can't even download. We can't download RAM. I can't download cars. We can't download RAM. What good is the future anyway? For the more apocalyptic end. And it is finally past the point of no return. A shining tetrahedron. The Juji Kudo, God-slaying blade, has at last laid hands upon it. He was once a mere human. These strange eons have finally brought him to his pinnacle. Everything is as the evil lurking behind the universe has decreed. The harder he struggles, the tighter the spider web traps him. The German and SSD into my ear! That should work, right? I think that should work. Things are but slaves to fate. All things are but slaves to fate. They said the thing! Wait, which one? God, the music's so good. They like rarely use this track, and it's because they save it for moments like this. Because if we got used to it, it wouldn't be as creepy. However, oh, strange eons! Eons do be strange. Okay. Oh wait, so this is Enya saying it. Okay. So let's say it's all useless. Would you be able to do nothing? Okay. Oh wait, no, I guess it's Kudo saying it. Could you just stand by? Could you stand just sitting by? I don't think I could. Even if you knew what I know, you would surely keep fighting. You would surely keep struggling. Now I know. Now that I've met you, I know. don't know fate and despair is irrelevant. You are someone who will always do what needs to be done. You may have fears and doubts. You will always make the choice. That must be what they call strength. I've never had that strength. However, there is still time. The Shining Trapezohedron! That forbidden cursed weapon. Even to them, it is a double-edged sword. Is it like literally? I guess progenitor is also a thing, but they always moved on so fast when they say it. Yeah, because it's only really like that girl that sings it, and then sometimes, rarely, they will like use it as a spell. That's about it. As the ability to put a tiny flaw in Fate's plan. I will stick everything on that flaw. All I need is unflinching determination. Your fist? Daijuji Kudo. I will borrow some of your strength. Oh.
早く来てクロ。ネロはここにいる。
Hurry, Kudo. Kudo is waiting here. New chapter? The Return of the Sorcerer! Chapter 14. We will stop there! I will save here. Oh! So basically, she's banking on us Daijuji Kudo coming to save her, so that she can then exact her evil plan. You know she's up to something. She's up to no good. But the question is what? What no good is she up to? We don't know. We simply do not know. So, that's until next week! Yippee! It's a good cliffhanger. Yeah, it seems like these past like 2 chapters, I feel like they've basically just been like cliffhanger ends and beginnings. They're like, whoa, we defeated one bad guy, but we're still in the middle of battle, so just stop the chapter, start a new one. It's fine, it's fine. It's all good. Evil equals love after all. It does! Evil is love, love is evil. They're all the same, and they must be capitalized. You must capitalize them for me. But yes, thank you everybody for stopping by for today's stream. We will have more Demonbane next week. Continue. We'll, I guess, start chapter 14. We'll properly start chapter 14. There is no stream tomorrow. It's a snow day. It's a snow day tomorrow. I'm still mad! And then we have a stream the day after that. Now you might be thinking, oh my gosh, Sakini Dorni didn't, isn't the what's it called for, isn't the DLC for Super Robot Wars dropping in? Yes, it is. However, we will be playing Custom Robo instead! So stop by for that. More Custom Robo coming to you soon. So, until next time, friends, wherever it may be, whenever it may be, ever it may be, until then,